What's up?
Wagwan.
Alrighty,
Hello.
so today we are going to be talking internet conspiracies and creepy stories that get passed around the internet, basically creepy internet lore. And I thought a good one to start off with would be the Red Shoe Club. Some people call it society, some people call it cult, but it's the Red Shoe. Have you guys heard of this one before?
I've briefly kind of like touched on it in terms of like my Alex Jones conspiracies and things like that, and like Hollywood cabals and shit like that kind of thing.
Wow. Anyone else?
I went pretty deep into the whole creepypasta thing when it first started. Um, and I vaguely remember it roughly, but not 100% clear on it.
All right, so before we get in, we should all introduce ourselves. I'm Kat. We got Teriak, and you want to go next? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. Come on,
Go on,
Damon,
Terry.
go.
I was waiting for Terry.
We already know him. Move on.
Oh, me, nothing special. I got pulled
Wow.
into the online world of streaming. Uh, I like talking shit. That's about it.
Perfect. Next.
I am balls deep, and
Wow.
I got.
Okay,
and
a little bit lower volume.
yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Alrighty. So, would you like to say a little bit about yourself?
Is this better? Is this a better volume?
It's much better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm balls deep. I kind of, I kind of got dragged into this sphere as well. I've been following the culture wars a long time, but I've never been on a stream to talk about creepypastas.
Fun. All right. Yeah, Tarak just woke up after streaming until like what time? How long were you guys streaming?
I think it was like 5 a.m. my time or something like that. Then, like I said, kind of. I think I got a couple of hours. Did I get a couple of hours? Or did it just kind of like? No, I think I got a couple of hours, and then I was like, "Fuck that! I shouldn't have got the couple of hours because it was a bit kind of like ropey when I woke up." But then put in the full day's work, as they say, and then went immediately back to sleep for like another 7 hours, and then here we are, boys.
Well, I hope those peanuts keep you running.
No, I've switched to carnivore now, but I've done an interesting thing where I actually would like anyone's opinion if they know, because I know Damon knows a bit or two about health. Is spiking your insulin a good thing just after you exercise?
Uh, I there's good things and bad things about it. I think it would also factor into what kind of exercise you did, what kind of what you're going to have post workout, or what you had as a pre workout. A couple of those things factor into it. So I wouldn't hesitate to give a solid answer just based on that right away. But you normally would go, if it's a stronger workout, your body would normally produce, your blood sugar would normally go up during a workout. So a spike in insulin production would usually be to regulate that or help that, I'm guessing, to help you balance.
Yeah, because baseball, like the plan is that like fast for like 24 hours a day. Okay. Then I have like do my exercise. Then I have my 2 ribeye steaks, which is about 500
Right.
grams protein. Yeah. But my whole plan is that like I have a can of Red Bull to spike my blood sugar or something like that. and then that makes my muscles bigger. I think that's the theory.
Um,
Well, I
yeah, I
think
mean, the protein would help. The 24-hour fasting period before your workout would give you a bit of a testosterone spike as well, so you could get a bigger workout beforehand. Yeah.
or I think just the whey will spike your insulin.
Yeah, the protein would like you.
So
I mean,
the steak's good enough, basically.
the steak. The steak is good. What are you going to have with the steak? Just steak?
Yeah, just steak, 500 grams.
Yeah, I'd personally leave the Red Bull out. I would.
Yeah,
Okay,
like that.
Cat wants to move it along.
Yeah, like that. That's
Creepy
basically
shit.
want to clarify. If I can remove the Red Bull, then perfect. But yeah, sorry, Kat.
Yeah.
Get back onto the red shoes because we went from Red Bull to red shoes. See, it was related, Kat. I swear.
There's the red shoes. Is the red shoes thing something to do with traffic?
How did you get the traffic?
Well, there is that. I don't know if that's tied to the creepypasta, but I don't know what words I'm allowed to or not allowed to say on YouTube, but the human variety, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Traffic
yeah, like that's what I got
thing.
from it as well. Kat, where are we going with this? What's the? Oh, you're muted, Kat. That's the problem.
God damn it. All right. So the gist of the story from what I've gotten on the internet, and of course you can't search any of this stuff on Google and all the American searches and all that stuff. You have to go to the Russian ones. They're still free a little bit. So anyways, so I went over there and I found a bunch of stuff on it. And everybody keeps putting different dates. It started in this date. It started in this date. I remember these stories when I was like 12 years old in the 1800s. The internet was new. We were just, dial up situations, and we would get these. People would like send them in email, like long emails with stories and sometimes like pictures attached and stuff like this. Yes, Yandex. Anyways, so there's several stories, several creepy pastas that I'm going to interweave to make a super creepy pasta. And it's kind of starts like this. There was a story that went around when I was a kid about a girl that was in like a satanic ritual cult, right? And she was like a little girl, and they were, doing satanic ritual abuse, use your, imagination, blah, blah, blah. And she has there was art associated with it, so it's like child drawings and stuff of what it was like the child tied up on a chair with like people around, like, and other stuff going on, right? Anyways, and she specifically said that it was that she was there, and in front of her, like, one of the people watching was Nicole Kidman, like, the celebrity, whatever, right? So that was like the first story that I heard. And then I'm going to relate it to other stories that we hear about after. Then there's a story that happened. This was a news story that somebody a girl accused Nicole Kidman's father of doing satanic ritual abuse to her. And this was like going to court and everything. And he fled the country. I think he was in Australia or something. He fled. I don't know where he went, whatever. So he leaves, and I guess nothing came of that case because he fled. But, Nicole Kidman went on to win like Academy Awards and all this stuff and be on billions of movies. And nobody like brings this stuff up, right? And then supposedly he died in Singapore or something. I don't know. What? Anyways, so that is one part. The other part is that this is all alleged, internet stories, that there's supposedly a secret society of elites and people that run the world, and they go meet at like islands, and Nicole Kidman's father owned islands, right? And it was online. They said that it could be one of those islands where the elites would meet. And interesting enough, I found on Yandex that Nicole Kidman's family, they're one of the largest landowners in the world that are not royal. Did anybody know any of this stuff? Or it's probably just made up from the internet. Who knows?
It sounds very familiar to our friend Jeffrey Epstein, no?
Yeah, like the internet lore is this would be like the original one. Like there's not just one, meaning there's several of them.
But that gives the whole Epstein story credence then, because it's like this is not the first time these mofos start acting goofy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, these are all just theories. We're just shooting, but whatever. But anyways, so the other part of the story is that, so that they go to these islands and that they have like these rituals where they break, like, I think it's one or both of the ankles of children, right? Yeah. And then they make the children run into the forest on this island, and wealthy people hunt them down with like guns or God knows what for sport.
Isn't that making it too easy though? If you break their ankles,
That's what I was saying. These motherfuckers,
I think they really don't want them to get away.
no, but I mean,
What
it
if
seems
one of
like
them
a
got
lot of
away?
work has
Guys,
gone
you
into
can't.
this. It's a lot of work has gone into this, getting an island, a secure island, trafficking the kids there and everything. You don't want it to be over too quickly. You want to enjoy it, right? You break their legs right away. It's kind of like, where's the fun in that?
It's not their whole leg. It's just supposedly their ankles, okay?
Yeah, which is like the foundational part of your leg. It's like, that's the main thing. It's like, break an arm, you're causing pain or going to struggle a bit.
Okay, but like imagine like you're having fun with your wealthy friends and one of these little kids escapes.
How much did
He's
that
like, here,
have
let's
a head
break this
start? Did they
You
motherfucker's
can
get-
ankle.
did they-
escape. You're on an island. You're on
Did
an
he get, like,
island.
a-
Where are they going to escape to?
If their legs work, their ankles are still working, then they can swim.
Did
Maybe
they
it's
give
not
them-
that far from another
they-
place.
Did they give them at least like a 60-minute head start?
Yeah, I heard they give them a head start, according
Like,
to
why
internet
don't
lore.
they like break their elbows or something like that? Like that can stop them swimming. Why break their ankles? That means they can't do either swim or run.
No, because they crawl.
Yeah,
I mean, what are they going to do?
Kids
Are they
can
going to
feel like
roll?
a motherfucker.
This is what I'm saying. We need to test this logic because this is fundamental to the
Okay,
theory.
so who's gonna rent the island?
I want to break the kids' ankles.
I wouldn't break the kids' ankles, no.
Well, how are you gonna
Maybe
keep
just
them from
one
running
ankle.
away?
What, sorry?
Maybe I think it might have been one ankle. So they have to hop. They can't go too fast. You know what I mean?
Right.
Would make
okay.
sense.
Yeah, I mean it's still like pretty fun.
So
But you're
after
still
you
handicapped.
break their ankles, you put little pretty red shoes on them, or
I don't know if they put red shoes on the kids, but there are photos in certain wealthy people's homes that work with the elites and do other creepy things. And they have photos of children that look like they're traumatized or terrorized in their face. And they all have red shoes and they're tied up and stuff.
wait, so you go to a rich person's house and you see photos of traumatized kids that are tied up wearing red shoes.
Yeah, I don't know, they're into this stuff. What am I supposed to do?
Right, okay.
Look, look. this
Don't
is,
ask too many
this is how it
questions
works. This is not supposed to be a Q&A. It's a story.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. So, hold on. So this supposedly is Nicole Kidman's father. Dun dun dun.
He does look like the kind of guy that I could imagine breaking some ankles on a kid.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think he would be the one who would have to do it. Wouldn't they need like somebody?
Oh, they're rich. Yeah, they've probably got a
Yeah, like you
manservant to
have
do
people do that. You don't do it yourself.
that. Yeah. Jeffrey, break this young child's ankles.
Yeah, I think like Jeffrey Epstein's not like high up, so he could do that type of stuff.
No, I meant Jeffrey the butler from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And the wife supports the child abuse. What the fuck?
Yeah, see, this was like the allegation before he like ran away. Allegedly. According to the internet, which has no
Kat, what does a good wife do if the husband's accused of CA? Do you stand by your man, or do you drop him?
look.
Or maybe
If you
she's the
marry
bitch that broke the
into
ankles.
this, if you
Wait,
marry
wait, what?
into this, what are you gonna do?
Also, she's like, I knew what I was getting into. I
Yeah,
know
she
he's got his
knew.
hobbies.
She's like, I'm gonna be how rich? How much land do we own? What do I have to agree to you doing on the side? Well, I mean, I think I can get over it.
Fuck them kids. They deserve it.
My daughter's gonna get married to the Tom Cruise
We could have
for a little
another
while. Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and there's some of this.
Oh, not Bill Mayer. No, come on, man.
It's all of them, brah.
Imagine if you're a child and you're running
Who?
away from a guy with a shotgun who's about to end you, and you hear Bill Mayer's nasally voice coming your way. And that's the last thing you see or hear.
And what about Wiener? I mean, his name, Wiener, Anthony Wiener.
Well, if you're a young kid, I would be terrified if you're on a strange island and the dude's actual name is the thing that you're scared of.
True.
Oh
True.
my god.
Maybe that's how he got the name. We
Yeah.
don't know. But the one thing I would say about like pictures like that and all that.
Sorry, but you're the kid and you're like, couldn't you just break my ankles again? Like, not the
Like-
wiener.
Here's the thing though, like obviously that shit is sus as fuck. But the one with like Bill Maher, like him getting picture with Anthony Weiner, it's like there's pictures that exist of like PBD and Anthony Weiner just because he had the interview with them. So there is a
Yeah.
lot of that you need to be careful of that. But like in terms of this shit,
Was PBD wearing red shoes?
No.
that's the thing. Do you know what I mean?
God, all of these things you're not allowed to wear red shoes. If I was a celebrity, I'd be bored to shit of trying to keep track of all the shit you're not allowed to do. No okay symbol. No okay symbol because that's racist. No red shoes. I can't order pizza. That would be the biggest
You
thing.
can't like pizza.
Yeah, not allowed to enjoy pizza. Can't socialize with that singer who cries all the time.
Who is that? Adele? What?
No, the husband, the man, the guy who cries all the time, who's married to the fat model girl who ordered the pizza.
This is
John
okay.
Legend, isn't it? It's John Legend, right?
Oh yeah. Look, she's
He makes himself cry. The guy is so emotional. He's such an emotional singer that he cries while he's singing.
fake.
Yeah.
He's too
But,
young for andropause.
Maybe his music is just very good.
No, I've heard it.
It comes straight from the heart.
It comes straight for the heart and gets you right in the ankles.
Yep.
Okay, so anyway, so on this photo, as we can see, there are some dudes, and one of them in particular is supposedly the son of a very wealthy dude. Let me see if I could find it. Which one he is. It is Alex Soros, the son of George Soros.
I knew I was gonna say it, but I thought that's not gonna be a funny joke anymore. And then it's true.
Yeah. Isn't it always though? Anyways, anyway, so the description of the photo said spirit cooking dinner, whatever. Oh, it said Devil's Heaven, # tonight we dine in hell.
Oh god.
So, do they wear the red shoes while they hunt the children in the red shoes?
I think so. I mean,
How old is
obviously,
George Soros?
I don't know if this happens. I don't even know if that's like photoshopped or not, because it could be. I mean, everybody has the same cleanliness of shoes. I don't know.
Well, seeing what they wear at all these events, I could believe that.
I think we should start like a blue club society where we capture these rich guys and we put them on an island and we break their ankles. And
Oh my gosh. What?
Damon
So
just wants
and
to break
then
ankles.
so give them blue
well,
shoes.
you've
Then.
sold me on it now. You've made it sound really interesting. At first, I thought it's not much of a challenge, but I'm beginning to warm to it.
Well, these guys are older, so it might be more.
Yeah, they can't run.
Entertaining.
Okay. So
Look
They're
overweight
like
as well.
80.
Yeah, but they could probably crawl pretty fast.
they probably could. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so like the photos, the art on the right would be what they have in these certain rich people's homes.
Oh, right. I see. Okay. Those kids don't look that traumatized.
Really?
Well, it's a small picture. I'm trying
Maybe
to...
that's before the ankles got broken.
Yeah, their
And afterwards
ankles
they were
look
like,
okay.
why the fuck did this guy break my ankles?
I was wondering, like, in the pictures, would they have kind of gimpy looking ankles? But they look.
I mean, those
kinda
pictures are
normal.
concerning, anyways.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah.
But you have that, like I said, the whole kind of like, what's the name of that bitch?
Which one?
I think she's like a spokesperson for like Ukraine now or some shit like that, but she's also in Hollywood. Like some demonic bitch.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
but basically, it's like their whole kind of like thing is like, oh, we need to push the norms. Like, we need to make everything normal now. So, like, even bestiality, necrophilia, pedophilia, like
What?
that's all getting pushed now. Yeah. Like look into what queer theory actually is. It's all about like making
Oh,
the
they've been
non-norm.
trying that since the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, like that's where you're seeing now with the whole kind of trans thing getting pushed. It's like whatever like facet they can use to push it, they'll push it kind of thing. And then
Well, think
like I said,
about when they first tried to promote homosexuality, right? When Pride first kind of started becoming mainstream, what was the slogan that they were using long before Lady Gaga sung the song? I was born this way, right? We had this conversation just a moment ago.
Mm.
Of all the arguments that you could use to defend being attracted to the same sex, why would you use the one basic argument that can also be used to defend sex with anything, even underage kids?
Mm-hmm.
I was born this way. You can't blame me. You can't judge me. I was born this way, right? So whatever they want to have sex with, why would you want to, if you're gay, be put in the same category as, well, okay, my argument is the same as everything else. To legitimize myself, I have to use an argument that these guys can also use, right? And why did they rebrand the people who are attracted to kids? Why did they rebrand them? And instead of calling them the P word, they started calling them MAPS. Who came up with a rebranding? There's an organization behind that.
Yeah, the very same one that hangs up those little cuties photos.
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like this shit right here, it's all linked. You know what I mean? The Epstein, the islands, the fucking the elites in Hollywood. That's what people always say. It's like, and there's even like Jim Bauer actually fucking talks about it, I think, on Joe Rogan, where it's like one of the old Disney cartoons. They're like, oh, we take like bad boys and we take them to the island because then they'll no longer be bad boys or some shit like that. And he was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But yeah, like it's basically the Pope, presidents, Tom Hanks, Jerry Seinfeld, the Queen.
Yep. So, anyways, another conspiracy.
Oh, the Pope too?
Yeah, the Pope has his red shoes. Oh, yeah, the other part of the conspiracy, you know how Louis Vuitton's red bottom shoes, they always
I
say
thought
like
that
it's a special leather.
weren't those Manolos? I can't remember now.
No, Louis Vuitton.
Oh right, okay.
And the rumor is that the red shoes, there's two different rumors, conspiracies. One of them is that the shoes are red, so you don't see blood on them because they're already
Oh,
bright red.
Louboutins. Sorry, Louboutins, not Louis Vuittons.
Well, I can
Louboutin.
understand, why the Pope might want to break their ankles, but he ain't catching up to him anytime
Oh my
soon.
gosh.
No, he's got
He's
that
got the
Pope-mobile. Don't forget
Pope-mobile.
about that.
Exactly. Correct.
Oh my.
Do you think he
goodness.
Mad Max the thing, like threw a minigun on it, maybe a rocket launcher?
It's not very aerodynamic looking.
That is true. That is true. But no, like I said, the whole kind of red thing, the whole kind of special letter. Yeah, man, like maybe it is that whole thing of like they're trying to push the old gods, get the whole cannibalism back. Oh, fucking like basically do as thy will kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like even like look at the picture that the King of England fucking released, Charles, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That has literally
looks-
a fucking demon.
It looked a little bit pridey. What do you mean? It's got a demon. What?
What?
You take the two images, if you basically take the image then like mirror it and put it against each other, it's like you can actually see an image of a demon.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
it's a fucked
that's
up
the
red
other
color.
one.
Interesting.
So
Hold
I think if you just like Google like
No.
Charles Paint.
I have it saved, so I have to like send it to myself.
Maybe a few years ago I wouldn't have believed that, but nowadays I wouldn't be surprised if cannibalism made a comeback.
Oh my gosh! You know that you can legally eat human meat in some places in the U.S.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah.
like McDonald's or?
Probably. Oh, that's another one. That's another theory. Is that McDonald's?
I thought it was
Is,
a South American thing.
Oh, like at one of those Rodizio places where they just bring you as much human meat as you want. Like you only pay like a fixed price.
Well, the tribes mostly.
Okay, like so not like a restaurant. You'd have to.
Yeah, you're not going to get
Oh.
some medium rare arse cheek, Damon, if that's what you're wondering.
They might
Well,
ask
I've
you.
never-
You might.
well,
they'll
I've
ask
never
you, how would
been-
you like it cooked?
I've never been to one of those tribes. Who knows? It could be like their version of McDonald's.
I hear
As long
ass
as it's
meat
not
tastes
white
really shitty.
people, because white people ain't going to be seasoning it properly if you're going out there.
Well, it is a lot of
Why
white
would you be
people that live
racist
here.
against yourself?
Well, because out there, let's be fair. Like it's human meat. Like, are they? Do you think they're going to season it properly? What does
Oh.
human meat pair well with anyway? I
Do you
wouldn't
know
even know
the
what to drink.
closest thing to human meat is spam, and they use it to wean off cannibals.
Spam?
Yeah,
There's
spam.
some
Wait, hang on a
motherfucker
second.
cooking another guy
There's-
on the street, and Damon's there like, what wine do I need to drink with this?
No, that would be Alex asking what wine do I need to drink with this. I'd be
What
thinking of
cheese
spirits.
pairs well with human meat?
And what would you put on it? Like herbs wise. Are we talking rosemary? I don't think that rosemary and spam goes well.
I was thinking more closer to like pork or something. I mean, there's a lot of slow twitch, fast twitch muscle fibers.
So we're just becoming cannibals then? Is that what this stream is? Like, fuck the red shoes. We're
What?
already talking about breaking ankles.
What do
let's
they
talk
do
about
once they catch these kids? Do they eat the kids or fuck them?
That's
Like
apparently a thing though. Like that the reason why they torture them or whatever, where like the kids looked all like traumatized and all that shit, it's because like they want adrenaline from them.
the
And then they use
adrenaline.
the adrenaline.
Yeah,
to-
we don't say that word.
Yeah, the thing we can't mention.
You can't mention adrenaline.
No, the one that I said.
Oh, okay.
Silencio.
Sorry.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like messed up shit like that kind of thing. But like I said, it's like we need to get Alex Jones on the show, Kat.
The red
Yeah,
shoe
that
people are going to come for us now that we've said the word.
You can't say the guy's name you just said. You know that?
Wait,
A. Jones.
Mm-hmm.
okay. We need to get him on though, Kat. Do you know what I'm saying?
He has no
has
time for our crap.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is that like if we get enough like subscribes, we could get that YouTube advertising money and then give the advertising money to Alex Jones. You know what I'm saying?
So our only
They wear the red
goal-
shoes, they break your ankles, and then they eat your ass.
Exactly, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
Pity the fool that doesn't believe my conspiracy theories.
Oh my.
What if Alex was actually Mr. T all along?
You said the name again.
Yeah, you
He
just
who shall not be named.
A. Jones. A. Jones. Stop bullying me.
Somebody's mic is messing up, or is it my headset?
that's yours. Yeah, that's totally you.
Oh no, I can hear you fine.
I'll eat your ass. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass first. I'll eat your ass. I will. I will eat your ass. I will
Very
eat your
beautiful.
ass first.
Oh my god, it doesn't stop.
Cannibalism does be like that, cat, you know? If you get a taste for the ass, you didn't want to eat the ass.
Is that what you'd go for first, Teriak? You wouldn't eat anything else. You'd just go for the ass cheek first.
No, I personally, like, I'd rather like shoot myself than like actually have to kill someone. But then I'm just being the thing that people eat. You know what I'm saying? So, fucked up
Well-
life. Yeah.
If you knew that somebody was going to end you, right? But then you knew that they were going to do messed up stuff. Would you rather they ate you, or I don't know, or screwed you, or like cut you up into pieces and did some like messed up stuff with your body afterwards?
Like Leatherface shit?
Would you want to be a victim of necro or cannibalism?
That's the
If
thing.
I'm
though,
dead,
isn't it?
who
I mean,
cares?
Yeah, like it's at that stage, it's literally in their hands. I can't, like, there's no choice
In
to
their
be
mouth.
made. There's no Teriak on Earth anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, it's both messed up situations. It's like, what the fuck has led humanity down that that avenue where it's
No,
like,
but if one or the other had to happen, would you rather it was that you got eaten or that somebody did some shit with you?
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is such a
Give
weird.
an answer. Give an answer.
I'm honestly, I'm
Necro
desperately
or
trying to find
cannibalism?
something. I'm trying to
Necro
find
or
some.
cannibalism?
Well,
Just
if
say
you
some sort of
died
metric.
and materialized into a spirit that could see yourself, would you have rather been eaten or raped?
Oh, I see where this
Oh
is
my
going.
gosh, you're not supposed to say that word.
Oh, my
guys.
bad. My bad.
You motherfuckers just
Great.
want to call me Casper the Friendly Ghost. I know where this is going.
I
I'd
would
have to
rather
be
necro.
reincarnated
I would say I'd
into a
rather somebody
ghostly form.
screwed me once I was dead, because because I don't like the idea of somebody eating me and then my body having to pass out of their ass afterwards, right? So that's one thing. I just don't like that. The other thing is,
So you want
I'd
them to
kinda
pass
be-
out your ass?
dude, somebody eats you, they're gonna shit you out.
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody fuck my corpse than shit me out.
You rather cock in the ass?
What?
The way I'm looking about this, it's a woman doing it, right?
No,
So-
it's always an old man. Don't you know anything?
Hey, look, statistically,
Well, what if the woman
people
cuts
involved
your
in
dick off and then
necrophilia
fucks
are
you with your own
overwhelmingly
dick?
female. What do you say? What if what?
What if the woman cuts your dick off and then fucks your ass with your own dick?
There's something kind of fun about that, I'm guessing. Like, you know, I'd
Man,
be dead.
Damon's gay. Damon is a closeted homosexual. Alex is right.
You're screwing
I'm telling you.
yourself. You're screwing yourself. You're screwing yourself. It's not. If it's your own, look. The only dick I love is my own. So
Oh my
hey,
gosh.
How did we derail this far?
so you didn't answer the question, Terry. Right? What would it be?
Just
Yeah,
answer it.
I
Sweet.
guess, like I said, for me, it's kind of like the same thing. But if I had to choose, I guess like fuck it, like the cannibalism. I guess you could see is like someone I think mentioned in the chat. It's like a dire situation or whatever kind of thing.
No,
Well,
they
yeah,
would
like-
just eat you for fun. It's not a dire situation. It's literally a McDonald's across the road, but they want to.
Yeah, but at least it's not some bitch fucking me with my own dick. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a infinitely worse
okay,
situation.
listen, that was your little fantasy. I never said
I
that
wasn't
they'd be
you
doing
said
that. I
you
said
liked
it's a
it.
woman.
You're the one who said you liked
I
it.
said it. No, I actually said it's a woman, and you came up with cutting a dick off.
Yeah,
and
I
putting
said
it
it's
up the
you
arse.
said it's a woman. And I go, what if it's a woman who rips your dick off and then fucks you with your own dick? And you go, I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, she's still holding my dick. She's still holding my dick.
What's
In
in
your
holding your dick?
fantasy, it's the old guy eating you.
Damon, I'm just saying what Alex has told me, or the message I've seen. It's been quite a lot of dick. I'm just saying.
I know
Just a lot
Alex
of
has
dick.
made it very clear that he really wants me to be gay. I'm kind of wondering why he wants me to be gay.
I
It
prefer
makes me
men.
question him a little bit, but we're leaving Alex aside right now. Alex and his like 4 top buttons undone while he's drinking a glass of wine. That guy, totally straight. Yeah, definitely. That's how most straight people drink their wine. But anyway, getting back on topic.
Yes, I'm just saying.
As
It's a
Smokey
lot of
Dura
gay.
said, red shoes, guys. Let's get back on the topic of red shoes. So
Yeah, because red shoes. Talking about red shoes as men is not going to be gay.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So Tarek, you're wearing red shoes. Somebody's killed you. Are they going to have sex with you, or are they going to eat you?
No, that's what I said, man. Like, I wouldn't mind the cannibalism because it's like at least nutrients, all that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like this whole thing of like I want to get fucked in the ass when I'm dead is just it's like super gay. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like
That
why
is
even
true.
be gay at that point?
Guru makes a good point. If you're scared when you get killed, apparently the meat doesn't taste good. Because of the word we're not allowed to say, the adrenaline, you know. It doesn't.
Okay,
That's one of the reasons for one of the reasons for halal butchery.
I'm not sure I really want to end in a septic tank.
Exactly.
always
Thanks.
do.
BD is with me, right? So yeah.
So you want them
if
to
you get-
grape you?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be great because I can't resist and I can't say no.
So you'd be willing.
It's flattering.
No. But here's the other thing that I think would be fun is if I'm a ghost, I'm going to be haunting people. I know I could because I know that it doesn't matter how I die. I'm going to have unfinished business and I'm going to be an angry person. And I'd like the idea of them trying to have sex with me, and then I can kind of sneak up on them and haunt them while they do it. And I would scare the shit out of them in the middle of it. Imagine you have killed somebody, right? And then you're graping them, and then their ghost, right, jumps on you just as you're about to reach like the climax. That would be terrifying. That would be scary as hell. I don't know
What
why
I've done
they
from
should
this
put that in a
is-
horror film.
That Damon
God.
wants to be like what's the word for this? Like a self cook in a way that he wants to watch himself get raped when he was dead. So it's like I
To
said,
haunt
this is
the
kind of like a
person.
weird situation.
No, it would be like Poltergeist, but with a porn element to it.
That's what I'm saying. A very weird element to this. Kind of like a lot of like scary boners, like boners that is like you're not even
Yeah.
sure like if this is even natural. It's just like your heart is just literally coming out of your chest because it's not frightened.
Tarek, you want a guy to eat you, bro. That's
Yeah, but you want a guy to eat your ass. That's
No, I don't.
gay. Yeah, you do.
When did I ever say that?
You said grape. Like we're talking about like you actually you tried the
Well,
phrases of
alright.
like a woman like what was a woman gonna do? Just rub her pussy on? Like what's the
Tarek, you haven't been getting enough sleep. Man.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You're
nobody
the
said
one-
anything about eating ass, but it's implied
It's okay.
with the
Tarek said
cannibalism
the
part. Like
wait,
if they're
hang on a second.
eating your body, they're going to start with your
Yeah.
ass. So really, you're getting your
Tarek
ass
is at
eaten.
the
that means that you have to
hallucination
eat my
phase
dick,
already.
which means they're gay.
This conversation is going to go so well. Let's get back on track. I want to see what you start hallucinating next. This is going to be hilarious. Let's start talking about more messed up stuff.
But like that's what I'm
That-
saying. Like it's like either or. It's like your spirit or whatever the fuck consciousness is gone. So it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, for me personally, like I just don't get it because then they'd have to eat your dick and balls. Like that's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Kat looks like she's just given up on life.
But yeah, but back to the red shoes. Would you have to eat the red shoes, Damon? That's the other question too.
No, you use them to make other red shoes.
Imagine if the red shoes are made of the skin of the little kids.
Oh my god.
That could be something as well, man. Do you know what I mean?
That actually makes sense.
What are you having for dinner? Please tell me it's not human meat.
He's having ass.
Oh my god.
No, it would be funny if he's like, yeah, I was going to have spam. I have to change
If
it
you
to
had
something
to
else
eat
now.
somebody, would it be Jake or Alex?
Alex. Obviously.
Because you think that there's going to be more fat giving it flavor, right?
Wagyu. He lives a
Potentially, but
softer life.
yeah, the meat could be like, you know, more tender. Also, like Asian spices are a thing, so it is what
I
it
don't
is.
like
I was about
you.
to say I usually eat a lot of Asian, but I haven't had much Mexican. But
There's too
I
much.
think-
It's too much. You got to go for Jake because there's still fat in the muscle fibers that'll marble it a little bit more. So
Yeah, Alex seems like he'd be more like a Wagyu beef kind of like guy, whereas like Jake
Yeah.
seems to be a bit more like
It would be tough.
like a good sirloin.
No.
Yeah.
You'd have to
No,
cook
maybe
it for
I'm
a long
saying that.
time.
I would be scared. I would be scared to eat anything made from Jake. Only because I would have this image that like he would even if he was cooked up on a plate, he would still cuss you out. He would drop the N-bomb as you're cutting into him. Like you fucking and then like
Potentially. Really depends on how you're going to do the dish. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
maybe we should get back on topic.
Thank you. All right. So okay, so the other theory is that the red bottom shoes of Louboutins, whatever they're called, who cares, that they're made of a special leather made from the sacrificed children. Da, da, da.
Oh my god, I called it.
It just makes too much sense.
It does. Doesn't it all fit perfectly together? And also the fast food theories that there's somebody wrote somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. That there's not enough cows in the world. A cow is about 7,300 Big Macs. So that's about 9,300 cows per day for McDonald's. That's an insane number worldwide. We only kill 36 million cows per year for domestic and international export. And that's not even close, according to some internet person that I do not know's math.
So what's their theory that Big Macs are children? Like, do you honestly think that you're going to be killing more children than cows a day? That's some dumb math there, right there. Like, I'm sorry, but
Well,
no.
at least like 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds from Canada.
Imagine you go to some farmland, right? Like out in the countryside, you're walking through it and you see like these little kind of wooden fences or electric fences, I don't know. And instead of cows roaming around, there's these little kids in red shoes with broken ankles crawling around. I'm loving it.
But not like
Uh,
one cow can get one person through the whole year in terms of like the meat that it has on it. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah. So how many children is that?
that's what I'm saying. Like it just does not make it's like a whole excuse like, oh, like I'm gonna like cut one drug
well,
with a more expensive drug.
would
It makes no
spoil though.
sense.
Like when you say that one cow would get you through
Well,
the
Big
year, the
Macs
meat
have
would
gotten
spoil,
expensive.
right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is on average, one cow worth of meat can get you. So like the calculation where it's like I think like 90,000 cows, something like that per day.
Yeah.
It like that's just off.
Well, I mean, cheeseburgers cost like $5 a piece right now, and that's just for a single patty.
Damn.
Then like the other thing as well is like how much of the patty's actually getting cut with other stuff as well. Like cheaper
Yeah.
materials kind of thing like that, or
Well,
cheaper ingredients.
We can only speculate.
True. But it just
Well,
doesn't make
when-
sense for kids.
It wasn't.
Well, what if they
wasn't,
mix the beef with the kids?
But like wasn't there like that film that had the Voldemort, can't remember the actor's name.
Harry Potter?
Oh, you're thinking of Manhunter, or the Red Dragon, rather. Red Dragon.
It was like a restaurant thing, but it's basically like this whole idea of like cannibalism.
Oh, that. I was thinking of the other time where he played the cannibal. He was in the Hannibal Lecter in the Silence of the Lambs sequel, Red Dragon.
Yeah,
He
no,
was in
I'm
that
talking
as
about
well.
Voldemort.
Yeah,
Like Ralph.
that was Voldemort. Voldemort played the guy that Hannibal was. That
Oh,
was in the sequel, rather. The Manhunter, I think it was. He was another cannibal like Hannibal Lecter.
there's a lot of cannibal films now where that you think about it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's more to
Yeah.
this red shoe theory.
And it's weird that Voldemort actor, Ray Fiennes, he played a cannibal on more than one occasion. That's weird.
Yep.
Tight cast.
He was so good at it.
Yeah, anyways, so what?
I was just gonna say, like, after you mentioned the thing about the souls of the red shoes, wasn't Sandra Bullock on some TV show where she like straight up just admitted that she uses this cream that's made from like the foreskin of kids?
Yeah. Because it has stem cells or something.
Jesus Christ.
They are into some shit.
I'm not being funny, but like, where does your brain go to think of that? Like, guys, we need to come up with a good eye cream. Anyone got any ideas?
Baby foreskin.
Yeah.
They don't need it. Make them give it to us.
I just don't.
Quick, get the baby wieners.
That's why they pressure us into it.
Yeah, it's for aesthetics, guys. You have to get the aesthetic they want. So now you have to do it. You're just like women.
They need our
No,
foreskin.
That's the fucked up thing, because it's like all these products, like everyone's trying to make themselves younger, like from the outside in, but it's like you need to make yourself younger from the inside out. And what I mean by that is like it comes from diet. Like look at this skin.
Eat the baby. Don't just grind it up
Yeah.
and stick it on your face.
No, what I'm saying is that like if you actually eat like a proper diet, it's like your skin won't wrinkle as
Well-
much. You stay younger for longer.
But if they stopped using it, would they like hyper age?
I don't think that's how it works. That would mean it's magic.
Well,
Yeah, no,
I
it
mean,
does
this
sound
all
some
sounds like
kind of-
magic. I mean,
yeah, some witch's concoction. Foreskin of a child.
Just like they're waiting outside bar mitzvahs. Hey, hey, little boy.
I heard in like China or I don't know, another internet thing is that they steal the placentas from moms and they make stuff with that because it does have stem cells, full of stem cells.
Well, what was that reality show where somebody made a dish out of their placenta and fed it to somebody and told them afterwards that it was the placenta?
I didn't watch that. But
I
it sounds
would-
interesting.
I would throw up all over the fucking person who did that to me.
Take a shit on the bed just on principle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
it'll be your.
Like, did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Guess what it was? It was my placenta. Oh my word. Somebody's dying.
Damon's gonna shit Teriak's corpse onto his bed.
Imagine if in the middle of this stream we see somebody just drag Teriak out of the picture and you just see the camera gets knocked off and all as you see is some red shoes walking away. It's like,
Telling you boys, it could be. You never know. These conspiracies, a lot of them have turned out to be true.
Show us your shoes.
it's all coming together.
Relax, I
Why
got
is
black
the sy-
views
Why
again.
is the symbol of YouTube red?
Done.
Oh.
It's because it's made from baby foreskin.
That makes sense. How could we not see this earlier?
You know that silver symbol they give you once you get your subscribers. It's made from baby ankles.
And we ground the baby ankle up nice and thing, just so you get a nice powder out of it. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you shatter that ankle, not just the break or tear.
We'll make the
Yeah.
furnace burn hotter too.
Yeah. And they need to be a baby who's got a diet like really high iron content, because it's not silver. It's just that's what makes it look metallic and shiny.
All right, the alloying. Yep.
Lord. Okay. The next is the clown theory. Yeah.
Red hair. I'm detecting something common.
What?
Yeah, there's a trend here.
Yeah, the redness.
Yeah.
Red hair,
Yeah.
red
Eats
nose.
children.
Uh-huh.
Eats children. He does. Yeah.
What?
But you gotta love Tim Curry. I mean, the guy is a legend.
You know, this kind of shows how vulnerable children really are.
Yeah.
Wait, is there not something got to do with this with like the Dare Krampus thing that
Where-
they're doing? Like,
Where are
mainline
these
TV?
parents at? Are they
Okay,
just like,
anyways,
run around?
Anyway, so the theory on clowns is that they come from the Nephilim, the giants. You heard that one?
No.
That's why
I
they
heard
have
about the Nephilim.
giant feet.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and they have giant feet, a big bright red nose, red hair, and sharp teeth, just like clowns. Now, I have not read the description in the Bible, but that's what the internet told us.
So you're descended from giants who are like, I'm guessing, like just big in general, and these guys are like normal size, but they got the traits of the big feet and the big nose.
I think they mean that these are like representations of the giants.
Okay.
Like,
I would have
and this
gone
is what
with
they used
penis
to look
size
like.
rather than foot or nose.
I
think it's
don't
just a
know if
bad
they talk
trade-off.
about that actually.
Well, isn't it in Japanese cultures? There's some kind of like tengu or demons or whatever that do have like the oversized either nose or dick, I think.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah.
Well, if you're descended from giants and you're like, you can inherit something, what do you want? Who would say, give me big feet?
Oh my gosh.
You know what to say about Big Fee?
You
Big
make a
cock.
compelling argument.
That's
But I mean, like,
a clown.
there is the whole dynamic of like Simpsons, Krusty the Clown, Big Fee,
Yeah.
Big Nose. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and supposedly the giants would eat people.
So
And
they
had an unquenchable thirst.
Yeah, English people. I kind of think we got fucked on that deal.
but that's probably because they're pissed. They got like enlarged
Because we
the worst
colonized the
features.
giants, let me guess. Once upon a time, we colonized wherever the giants come from, and now they're pissed off
And you made
about
the
that.
giant
We owe them.
slaves.
Yeah, and their reparations is they get to eat us. Jesus.
Hmm
Well, who wants giant feet and a giant nose?
Exactly.
This is-
That's my point.
Wait, what's
That's
this?
not a good look.
These are
It's
giant.
that
I mean,
thing
these
from.
are
It's that. It looks like that thing from American Horror Story Asylum. You know, the little-headed person in the mental institution that's got their hair done up like that.
Yeah, like some of it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Who here's afraid of clowns? Anyone?
No, oh, the other theory, the other internet theory is that we're scared of clowns because we have like unconscious, like, I don't know, a genetic memory of being terrified of the giants because they would eat people.
My theory of why most people are afraid of clowns is because they've got this memory that they were disappointed by their parents on a shitty birthday that couldn't bring over anything other than the clown to perform. Like every kid wants Batman or Superman or Mr. T, but instead your parents just bring a pedophile over. So it's like,
it always is the clown.
yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like the celebrities.
Yeah, they put on
The only
makeup,
cool,
funny colored hair.
clown out there. I mean, it is kind of funny, but the only cool clown out there was Sweet Tooth. Like that's the one thing that makes okay, clowns are kind of cool. Sweet
I mean,
Tooth is badass.
I can't even bring the Pope to a birthday party anymore.
Oh God.
What does it mean by infant incubators?
Oh, this is another internet conspiracy. This kind of goes with the orphan train conspiracy. Does anybody know about that one?
No.
I'm
Okay.
guessing it's kind of like, is it that like a German train that took them to a camp that wasn't that fun?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it had. Okay, this is what they. Okay, this is what I heard from the interwebs pieced together, that there was these things called world fairs that would happen, and they would build beautiful, enormous structures, and some of the most gorgeous buildings and detailed buildings were supposedly from the world's fairs, and that they were not like cheaply built. They're very strong and sturdy, and we still have some around today. I think the Eiffel Tower and some other important things are from World's Fairs. Anyways, so they had infant incubators at the World's Fairs. Particularly there was a park in Coney Island that had this. I guess they also had them there. Anyways, and so the theory was either like they were trying to repopulate or populate the United States, because you know how all the buildings say founded instead of built? Does anybody know about that theory?
No.
This, like a building was founded on this date. It doesn't say built on this
Oh right,
date.
yeah.
Yeah, so they say that that's when they found the building already there, and then they populated the city by bringing in people to come into the city. And one of the things that they did was they created people, like I guess CRISPR style, and had little incubators with these babies. And while they were incubating, they would like parade them around the World's Fair and Coney Island and all that stuff.
So what did the Irish do the whole time?
What?
Well,
We just fucked.
New York.
Look, I don't know. Look, these
I'm
are
saying.
theories. We're having a good time here. We don't know what we're talking about.
That's why they say the Irish are black. They're always trying to whitewash our history, all this shit. You know what I mean? White man always trying to keep the Irish man down.
I know they're calling you guys like welfare queens.
Fuck you, Damon.
Okay, anyway. All right. So the Coney Island stuff. Oh, did you hear about that they had native people like captured and on display in Coney Island?
No.
For what?
You guys haven't heard of that one? This is actually not like just internet lore. I think this is real. Coney Island girl. Let's see if it's no. Tribe, maybe. Okay. I didn't find that one. Wait, come on. Oh, here we go. This better have a picture. Here we go. All right, so this is Coney Island Freak Show, a forgotten human zoo. They captured these tribal people, and they just people are just around there staring at them while they just live their life in the middle of like an exhibit.
Right. Okay.
And this was like a real thing. There was kids, like a whole family.
So it's kind of like an early Big Brother.
Pretty much. With a more traditional vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember in the zoo here we had like an exhibit where it was like a
I was trying to
human.
be nice. I was trying to be nice by comparing it to Big Brother. You're comparing them to animals. Like I remember a zoo that we were
No, no,
at.
no, I'm not done yet. No, 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 no. The zoo here in
That's it,
Miami.
like the lashing walnuts out right in their face.
No, the zoo in Miami had a human on exhibit, and it was really funny. They gave him like a little office, so he's there in his suit in the middle of the zoo, like doing office work on his
Why am I
like
picturing
typewriter.
Alex? I'm just picturing Alex in his lawyer costume.
His top 4 buttons undone, drinking a glass of wine.
And one of
Which
the
he
monkeys
holds-
constantly talking shit to him.
Yeah, and he holds it like a monkey as well. He holds like the stem with his whole fist. I love Alex. Alex is hilarious. All beef hot
Alrighty.
dogs.
Yes. So okay, let's think of another one. Oh yeah. So why did they have all of those baby incubators? And then there's also something that who's that guy's name? Jerry Seinfeld said. He said that his parents were orphans, and one of them was a Coney Island incubator baby. He could have been joking, but that's all around the internet, that clip.
Okay.
I mean, anything's possible. Who knows? Oh, have you also heard of the? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Do you guys know who this is? Anyways, so I was also looking at the mud flood theory. You guys know about that one, right? You guys have to know that one. It's the most famous internet lore.
No? What was it? Mud flood?
Mud flood.
The mud flood. Everybody knows about the mud flood. Why are you laughing?
It's just the response that I have just can't be said.
What?
I need to hear what you said. I didn't hear it.
It's not about like a diarrhea explosion or anything. Like, I don't know what you're thinking.
I was thinking the border crisis.
Shut up. Okay, no more talking.
God. Oh my god.
Anyways, so the mud flood theory is that, first of all, that all of the buildings were here before like we immigrated here, and we found them. And I know founded could mean established or whatever, but we're going with the theory. Anyways, and that a lot of the buildings looked like they're half underground, as if some like mud came and then like made the ground up higher, right? So
Yeah.
what would
This is
be
a theory thought up by people who don't understand what foundations are.
it doesn't matter. We're going with it. We're going hard. Going in. Anyways, so yeah. So it just basically says that because they would be basements and then they would be like the first floor, and then you'd see like windows that were half like underground, and like streets were built covering windows, like half of them or whatever, right? So they were saying that's because we had a mud flood and all of the buildings got like covered with dirt. I don't know, super high or some crap. And the theory for that was that the earth shakes sometimes, like violently, and all the dirt gets shifted around.
I'm not gonna lie, Kat, you had me with the breaking kids' ankles. That's gonna show you how fucked my head is at the moment. But this whole mud flood thing doesn't make a lot of sense.
Look,
'Cause,
the
like, how-
internet.
Well, you do
Don't
have,
come
like,
at
cities-
us with facts.
You
This
do
is
have
not the
cities
place
like-
for facts.
You do have like cities where the ground, I mean, especially in very urban environments, the ground level rises over time. So like, I mean, that's kind of like what archaeologists do, right? When you dig down, like you dig down over levels, and you're gonna learn what year you're looking at. So, I mean, people build shit on top of other shit and on top of other shit. So, like, there are some houses that their ground level was much lower. So when you repave and repave and repave and you build new and new streets and you put like things like newer like underground power lines or water pipes that you build up, you'll raise up the ground level, but some of those older buildings are still on a lower level beneath it, which is why you have to kind of dig it out, and it's like on a half level below. So there's a lot of places in New York that are like that, you know, that split level was the ground level once upon a time. But I don't know about the mud flood. I don't get the idea. If we came here and these buildings were here already, like, I mean, I don't know. That doesn't really make sense.
I wonder how many people bought a house over a landfill.
Or over an Indian burial ground.
Yeah, so Damon can haunt you while he watches you fuck himself, kind of thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's his words, not mine, Kat. I'm just saying. I'm
Jeez.
still trying to get through that.
Well, it
Yeah,
wasn't him fucking himself. It was somebody broke his dick off and fucked him with it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's
that
technically
was
him
that was
fucking himself.
Tariaq's fantasy. That was Tariaq's.
Well,
fantasy.
is that the same
your
thing?
fantasy, motherfucker?
Like-
Don't you push this necrophilia on me, boy.
Oh my gosh.
It literally.
I
came out of your-
honorably took the cannibalism route. I was like, you know what? Eat my dick, bitch.
Okay.
But you were like,
okay.
nah. I want to get fucked when I die. That's
Oh
basically what
my
you said.
gosh.
We don't want our final form to be like a
Inappropriate.
pile of shit in a toilet.
We're gonna corrupt.
Excuse me.
Kat's
I'm
mind.
sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Kat is a very reasonable girl. We're gonna put bad thoughts in her head. Just let her think about her own pure thoughts, like little kids getting their ankles broken and killed.
Exactly. Kat, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, so there was a great
Tell us more
show.
about these shoes that's made of baby fortune.
Oh god.
Yeah, Kat,
Anyway.
what blunt instrument is best to break their ankles with?
I imagine
Polarizer?
Kat, it would do it with her bare hands, like just.
Well, it couldn't take
She-
much. Like a little, like 8-ounce
Whoa,
brass
whoa,
hammer or
whoa.
something.
Jesus, you guys.
Can you imagine Kat curb stomping one of them?
Oh, definitely. I reckon when Kat like loses it, like it's literally, you know, like it's gone. Like she has like the red eyes, not even just the black eyes, the red eyes.
Yeah.
Like she sees, yeah.
She'd go up to those kids and be like, "Oh my god, you're just so adorable! Now bite the curb."
Nah, like she'd be like coming up like screaming at them, and the kids were like running, and she'd be like, "It doesn't matter how far you run." Like she has that kind of like Latina genetics where it's like she goes like fucking all the way.
Imagine
you know
the
what I mean?
kid's terrified. We've got to go. She'll become an urban legend. Kat will find you on this island. Like, no. Let's get back to it. Okay, we're getting really lost here.
So we're talking about mud floods.
Yeah, this is the mud flood.
Will somebody please call Kat's husband and tell him it's past her bedtime? We can't. We can't. He's preparing the kids for the hunt later on.
Stop. All right. Anyway, so this is another mud flood picture. This is like real, so it's not like just.
Well, it looks like it was just a mudslide.
It looks like it's a picture from like World War II kind of thing.
No, it's
This is
not.
probably the most fucked up stream going on a Thursday night.
No, it's
Mhm.
not. This is fine.
Yeah, this is mild.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, how many
Yeah.
streams offer the opinion of necrophilia or cannibalism?
or breaking kids' ankles
Lots of
and
them?
chasing them through.
Look, lots of them. Okay, this is internet lore. We have to like, you know.
Well, they are, and celebrities seem to talk about it all the time. So
Maybe this is how you get famous. Talking about
Anyways.
putting little baby foreskins on your
Whoa.
eyelids. And shit like
All right, this
that.
is
What was that
why-
one?
yeah, it's part of the quiz, you know.
This is going to be a really fucked up meme video. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't don't think anyone is watching it that makes memes today.
Oh, I'm gonna make a meme of this. I'm definitely gonna make sure that the shit that Damon said, we're gonna clear that shit up. This
BD
motherfucker
agrees
eats
with me.
ass.
BD agrees with me. Like one last shag, you want to get eaten by some dude and shut out. I'm
Oh
sorry.
God.
I want some motherfucker to eat my dick and balls.
And you don't
you
even
want
know what you don't know what he ate before that too. So who knows what you're getting mixed up with?
Nah. 'Cause, like Damon wants to get plowed. He wants to receive. I want to give. You know what I'm saying? It's just
If
two
I'm
different
receiving,
personalities.
it's from my own dick though. So like,
You're
Yeah,
gonna come
faggots
out
you're
need
mixed
to
up
eat
receiving
with
my
like
dick.
something.
kernels
Actually,
of corn
we
and
Damon, we did not rule out a necrophilia gangbang. That is another thing that we didn't rule out. This could be a bukkake style shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you gay?
Says I'm gay.
You are
Terry,
gay.
why are you gay?
I prefer
I got
men.
news for you. I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That means you're gay.
Terry, you've got to grow like an iced tea, don't you?
Yeah. And then I can have like I said, the soundtrack there. I've been working on my impersonation, all that shit. Like I said,
Yeah.
like
And you could
there
be
is that.
Irish tea.
Hey, what can I say?
That's
Like
how
I
you
said,
introduce it. What can I say?
let's
That
get
means
back to
you're
the
gay.
mudslides. We'll talk about the eating ass later, although mudslides and eating ass kind of goes hand in hand. But like Kat was showing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then there's
Mississippi mudslide.
Here we go. So there's also the Tartaria and the mud flood theory. So we have supposedly there was an ancient civilization that spanned the entire world called Tartaria, and we just built up modern civilizations on top of it after they all died out. No? Nobody?
I don't know. Was it just a sandstorm?
Oh, God.
I mean, that looks like a Tuesday in Dubai.
Jeez.
Like it's the thing is like what wiped them out. That whole kind of like where's the origin story, the backlading, like any stories from them, like that's a usual thing. Like societies usually write stories, like any of the languages kind of stuff. Criteria kind of sounds gay as well. Maybe they died out because of the LGBT. Maybe
Hang on a
Oh,
second. Did you just say? Did
the
you
alphabet
just
boys.
say? Did you just say that a place with a name that sounds almost exactly like yours sounds a bit gay?
How does Tartaria sound anything like teriyaki?
I
mean-
think it is, yeah.
Tartaria, that sounds like tartar sauce. That's definitely gay.
Oh, they call them Tartars. Tartars.
Exactly.
Tartan Empire, Tartaria.
But that just looks like Russia.
It's most of Russia, yeah. Let's see. Here we go. And that's like an old map. And in some very, very old maps, they have this on it.
Well, wasn't Tartarus from like Greek mythology? Wasn't it meant to be the underworld?
I haven't heard about that. Go on.
I think it was the prison where the Titans were imprisoned before the gods came along. When the gods came along and fought the Titans, they condemned them to this kind of like abyss.
Huh.
If I remember correctly, I think it was Tartarus.
Okay, let's see. This is a close up. Here we go. So this is an old map, and it says Grand Tartar, whatever. But it looks like there was Persia, Arabia, India, China.
Well, how old is this
China.
supposed to be?
I don't know. Okay, it says 1684.
Well, it
I have a
was
summary
drawn
on
in
Grok.
1684, but like, Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Terry.
Yes, go on.
Tartaria, also known as the Tartarian Empire, is a topic that has gained traction in certain online circles, particularly in the conspiracy theory communities. The theory posits that there were once vast and advanced civilization called the Tartarian Empire that existed in the past but was deliberately erased from history. According to the proponents of this theory, Tartaria possessed advanced technology, culture, and architectural achievements. They believe that many of the world's most impressive buildings and structures, including the Great Wall of China, the Pyramids of Giza, and the Taj Mahal, were built by the Tartarians. The theory also suggests that the Tartarian Empire was then destroyed by a series of mudslides, typically referred to as mud floods. Some buildings remain and yet still stand today, but they are claimed to be thousands of years old, despite the historical record indicating that they were built much more recently. Uh, it would it's worth noting that there is no concrete evidence to support the existence of the Tartarian Empire or its alleged history. Many of the claims made by proponents of this theory are based on speculation, rumor, and misinformation. As with any conspiracy theory, it's essential to approach the Tartarian with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. Oh, we got none of that. While
Hell
it's
no.
remain
We're not
vigilant
going to bring that in
against
here.
abuse of power and
Well,
influence.
was that in Russia geographically?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, there's a lot of Russia that really hasn't been explored, I think.
So it's there.
I mean, if they dig deep enough.
And I mean, historically, like if you look at certain things like certain temples, I can't remember if it was the Aztecs or the Mayans, but when the early explorers were discovering these temples, the people who, I think it was with I can't remember which one it was, but one of them, sorry, terrible memory, but told the explorers that they didn't build that. They said it was there before they came.
Hmm.
And the mythology and the kind of religions or the ideologies that these people were assumed to have had. So, like, whenever you look at these, I mean, if it was the Aztecs, I can't remember, but when you look at some of the sculptures and some of the engravings, when people were saying, oh, like these were the gods that they worshipped, or these were like demons that they feared, or whatever, the earlier explorers said that they actually said like none of this is ours. That was from the people who came before. So later on, when historians started documenting this stuff, they just assumed and they claimed that like these are the people who built it, these were their practices, these were their beliefs, and apparently none of that's true. But then you look at places like the pyramids, right? And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of evidence to suggest, and some people who go against what the academia says claim that if you look at the level of skill with some of the engravings and some of the hieroglyphs that are inside and some of the artwork, it's nowhere near the level of skill that would take to build the actual pyramids. So many people kind of uh, are starting to think that maybe it could have been there before the Egyptians came along, and that the Egyptians simply kind of redecorated it, like kind of came along and did some engravings and did some artwork inside it after it had already been built. And there's evidence to suggest that, because if you look at what, like Ramses II, for example, was notorious for finding these gigantic monolithic structures or statues, and basically getting some of his workers to chisel away at it, change the look of it, and then chisel his name Ramses II underneath it to make kind of like lay claim to it, even though they didn't actually create these sculptures or artworks or whatever. So like you do have that historical thing of people claiming something as their own when it wasn't actually them who did it.
Hmm.
But
There's
to say
also
that it was, sorry,
What?
there's also like artifacts like vases and shit like that. That's like even with modern machinery tools today, you cannot create the level of precision that like these were like spun with. And like
Oh, you're talking about those ones that were like so thin that if you held them up to the light, you could even see through them a little bit.
no, like these were
They made
like solid granite vases, but they're like 100, almost like 99.99999% perfect in terms of like circle and all the shit, like so precise in the way
and
it
there
was
were
cut.
hundreds of them. There were hundreds of them discovered
Yes.
in one room.
And you can
Yeah,
see, like,
yeah,
in
yeah,
later generations, the quality gets worse and worse and worse. Almost like they were trying
yeah.
to copy it. So
Copy it,
it's
but they
like
couldn't.
it gets substantially worse, then it kind of slowly kind of improves over the
Those are the
next
ones that are
generation.
made out of. If you are you thinking of the ones I'm thinking of? These are ones that were like created out of one piece of material,
Yeah, and
but
it's like one of the hardest materials in the world.
yeah, and also they realized that they couldn't even do it with a lathe because it had handles on the sides.
Yeah.
So they're like the handles were part of it, and it was like down to like I think 1/12 of a millimeter. They were all accurate to one another.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it had to be carved inside as well as outside. And I think somebody made an offer saying if anyone can recreate it like to this accuracy, like there's a prize or whatever. And I think nobody managed to do it. Yeah, I think they said that you'd need like I think was it called like a three-dimensional lathe or a three-axis lathe to be able to do it. But they said like without using that, try to recreate it. And I don't think anyone was able to.
And that's with modern day machinery, and these were found back in ancient Egypt, in around these time periods. And like I said, and this is just ignoring the whole kind of like how they even built the pyramids, which in and of itself would be a struggle in modern day times as well. So it's like we're kind of like trying to pat ourselves on the back, thinking that we have all these technological advances, and we do in some ways. Let's say with the computer and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of like the actual architecture and all that shit, there's clearly a different way to do this shit. You know what I mean? But we just haven't cracked it yet, I think. I
Yeah,
think
because
like
if you look at the
civilization has evolved.
analysis, if you look at the analysis of it, they said that like that the difficulty isn't simply just building it, but like orientating it the way that they orientated it, and also the fact that that they thought things through before it was even built. Whoever built it so that when you look at it from the ground, it will actually look more like a pyramid to you. Because that like if you look at the pyramid, like technically the pyramid doesn't have four sides,
That's eight.
right? It has eight sides, yeah. Because like each triangular face is actually two parts because there's like a divider down the middle so that when you stand at the bottom and you look at it, it screws with the perspective so it looks more triangular from the base when you view it. It's crazy stuff.
And like
Like,
just ignoring the fact that it's like certain stone that's inside it is like granite, and again, it's like one of the heaviest materials, and it's like fucking hundreds of kilometers away that it would have had to take this and then
to
fucking drag
drag
it
down, yeah.
across sand, all that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? There's just so many marvels to it as well. See, Cat as well pulled up a weird picture. Birdman, is it?
The woodcut of a monster from the Valley of Tartaria.
Yeah, now
Do
I'm
you know
not really
what that
convinced
looks like?
Sataria was real.
Do you know what that looks like? If you ignore the bird head off the top, if you were to take away that swan-like neck, right? Did
Hmm.
you hear about those giants, like the people with the faces on their body?
Yes,
That's
yes,
what it
yes.
looks like. Like, I think they were called the headless people, but the head was actually the torso, wasn't it?
It does look oddly similar to Chink.
Yeah, except it's not fucking a horse. Yeah, those are those people. Yeah, the headless people.
Kind of like Humpty Dumpty's.
It's so weird.
Oh, that's a furry community.
That looks like something you described in the fucking like the ancient Greek myths. Like they got the Cyclops, got the twin-headed Bigfoot, furry guy.
13th century Comic Con.
Like how would that even work as well? Like having a mouth on your chest. Stay with your chest. Oh, Kat, you're on mute, by the way.
Sorry. So I'm just saying, if we died and they found pictures of our comic books, they'd be like, oh, Spider-Man, Superman, all this stuff was real.
Oh my god.
Well, they have
One of them-
found like skulls with some seriously elongated heads.
Talking about like
Who's
a
got-
real life Mr.
Who's
Potato
got
Head.
like a
Yeah,
little
I'm not really
Chinese-
even.
Chinese farmer hat.
Well, they say that it was because they binded their skulls, but I'm not really convinced because I mean that's like a lot of stretching.
And also, when they found those skulls, those skulls, like apparently they had no bone fusion in the skull. So, like you know how like the human skull, like when you're born, like the skull is soft, like it's got several bones that will kind of move as you grow and then fuse together. Like,
Yeah.
these skulls didn't have that. So it wasn't like a regular human skull.
There it is. I found one. Legit.
What?
What? Look, it's real, guys. They existed. Oh, apparently they had two varieties. The bird ones and like the non-bird ones.
Ah.
Oh.
Is it that guy from Total Recall?
Maybe.
So now we just need to look for a three-breasted woman.
Good
It's
dream.
gotta be.
That's probably real.
There
Out of all
must
the-
be. I mean, you've got
Yeah.
so weird. Yeah, you've got so many weird birth defects. There has to be a girl with like three breasts. And I'm not talking like some weird Chernobyl looking thing, but like Kraken looking ones, like really good ones.
Double cleavage. Do you know what I mean? It's literally the dream. You know what I mean?
No, that's
Yeah.
fake.
You could have two guys motorboating her at the same time.
Oh my gosh. This is a
Imagine if
serious
she found a guy
archaeological.
with two heads. If it was Siamese twin guys, two heads, and they met the perfect woman, who's a woman with like two
Heads,
cleavage
three
areas.
tits.
Gosh.
Yeah. And they could later on like invite a third guy on to suck on the third one.
Oh my god, enough, you guys!
No,
Getting
no.
disgustingly weird.
Damon, you get a titty job with the two tits, and then you suck the milk out of the other one.
Okay, so this is silence. Silencio.
They would need a third hand though, at least.
Okay, enough. Can we go away from the gravity place? It's so what they had it in cartoons.
I need to send you something based
Oh,
on what
no.
we're talking about.
Oh no.
Not from Pornhub, is it?
search for it?
Oh,
This is
God.
no. But if we're talking creepy stuff, this is creepy as hell, right? Okay, Kat, I'm not going to ask you to look for it because I don't want to taint your search history. But if people here want to look at it, so there's Siamese twins. Like, okay, it's not politically correct to say Siamese twins, conjoined twins. Two guys, and I think they're being looked after by their father, right? but they're conjoined just above the hip level, right?
Uh-huh.
So two individual, well, somewhat individual guys, right, that share a lower body, right? So, you know, two heads. I think they've got two arms, even though like there's two kind of torsos that come into one pair of legs. So one dick, one asshole.
Oh my God.
And I'm not making this up. One of them is gay, the other one isn't.
I don't like this story.
I'm sure the brother doesn't like it either. But like, yeah, only one of them's gay. That's fascinating.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. This is great.
It's
And I
like
bet the
those
other one knows the moment that the brother became gay too.
most traumatic night of his life. He was woken up out of
Like,
sleep.
no.
But like, how do they work out who's getting the erection? Do you know what I mean? Are they like, is that you or is that me?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering because it's like the story of the twin sisters, like the Siamese sisters. I'm sure you've heard about. And then
Oh,
yeah.
apparently, like only one of them had a relationship, right? And then there was a picture, and you saw this guy looked like such a creeper, right? And he was like, I married one of the girls, and he's staring into the camera, like smiling, like in a weird way. You could see that his face was like almost like, yeah, there's loads of guys out there that want to be me, right? And I'm like, I was thinking in my head the moment that happened, you just wait. You just wait until the other girl decides to get a husband as well. And now you have to share that hole.
Oh,
And guess what happened less than a year later? The other one decided to get a man and she got married as well. And it's like having a timeshare vagina. You've got to just basically book for it. Like when do you want to use it,
Mhm.
right? There's like a sign up sheet.
It's a rough world out here for the Siamese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of moral questions about that, especially around consent. Like, how does that work?
Exactly. Because at first the sister was like, I just put my headphones on. I'm like, the headphones ain't gonna stop you feeling it unless you're putting the headphones down there, like blocking the way.
No, she puts the headphones on, but puts like a theme park like ambience. So it's like she just hears like people
Yeah.
screaming and all this stuff. So she thinks she's on a roller coaster.
It's a small world after all, and then you're getting fucked. Like, what theme park music were you thinking?
No, I wasn't
So
thinking about music. I'm thinking about like background noise. It's like think about like you're on a roller coaster. Like that's basically the music,
right,
quote
yeah.
unquote, or the sound you want to listen to.
So they have
And then-
two distinct brains, but which one controls the libido?
That's what I'm saying with the dude. It's like how do you know which one's gay because who's getting the boner?
Like, could one dry the other one out?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's weird.
Indeed, folks. And we are willing to have these horror stories just so you can feel better about your life.
Help.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, do you guys have any non-horrific things? Look at this. It's the Capitol building. Oh my gosh. It's got another layer. See? That's not as horrific, right?
Yeah, who would have thought that somebody would think to build a basement? Somebody built a basement. It must be proof of an ancient civilization that got flooded with mud.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Tracks, man.
stop
We're talking
being-
about the people who have, red shoe clubs. Maybe they want to build an underground level so people don't see what they're doing.
Because remember, like the
I just
turning
keep
on
thinking mud
hamburgers
flood
as well,
instead
so-
of mud flood. What?
they turn the kids into hamburgers, so they need a lot of space for storage too.
Yeah. It brings like a new meaning to Happy Meal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know who this guy is?
Neil
No.
deGrasse Tyson, no.
No, I don't
Who
know.
is
He's some guy on TikTok. He is hilarious. Can I play a TikTok?
Go for it.
Hold on. Let me turn this off so I can find one.
We're just passengers on a ride to degeneracy.
I know.
Yeah, Kai, like you've said a lot of fucked up shit this stream. Not gonna lie.
I didn't say anything. What is wrong with you?
I know, what a horrible
You did.
host.
You compared
Yeah,
those
okay.
Native American children to people in the zoo, to guys in the zoo or someone in the zoo.
Didn't you start talking about like breaking kids' ankles, Kat? That's fucked up. Like that's
Yeah, and she was laughing about the breaking ankles thing. She was
Oh
laughing.
Yeah.
my
You could
gosh.
see in her eyes.
I'm
You could see in
pretty,
her
I'm pretty
eyes, man.
sure she was the first one to mention eating ass.
No, I did
Yeah.
not. I did
Kat,
did.
look
not.
at the
We have
camera. Look at the
proof.
camera.
No.
Look at the camera for a second. Keep a straight face.
No.
Keep a straight face.
No.
Hang on. Wait.
No.
Just for a moment. Straight face. Serious. You're not allowed to laugh, right? Little kids with broken ankles.
Stop it.
See, she
Yo,
laughed.
she's evil.
She laughed.
She's evil.
I told you. I told you.
Laughing at little children dumped on an island who have their
Stupid.
ankles broken and have to crawl away really fast from people chasing. She's hysterical about it.
Okay, are you done?
Stop
Can we-
laughing. Let's
Can
go.
we play this now? Let's play
Children
it.
are dying, Cat. Come on.
Stop.
Oh my
Don't
God,
touch
she's
them.
Turn on
laughing
the
some more.
shoes, cat.
They're fine. Okay, look at this.
So you
Only their
know
ankles,
about
guys.
the mud
What the fuck?
That's good. That's real good. All right, listen to this. So the mud flood was a catastrophic event that happened roughly 150 years ago, wiping out many civilizations and buried many buildings under mud. Many ancient structures that we see today was once buried. All over the world, you can find these buried structures, and we literally had to dig them out from the mud. And every now and then, we stumbled across sinkholes, uncovering buried buildings. And this is the reason why so many buildings have windows partly buried in the ground. If you notice with this one, the windows get smaller and smaller. And sometimes you see buildings with windows like this. But trust me, that's not a basement. Because if you keep digging, you will see the original front door. Oh my days. So anytime you come across buildings like this, you're dealing with mud flood.
Is that Mr. Castle?
I don't know who that is, but he is hilarious.
Sounds like Ross Kemp. It's like, trust me, that's on basement. Check your corners. Yeah, like I said, it's. I think Damon's right. I think it's like foundations, basements. Like that's why you like put. You ever look like Joe, like the signs, road signs on the shit. It's like if you notice like the poles sticking out ground, it's going to be like a bit into the ground as well, just to kind of stop it getting knocked down, all that kind of shit. But yeah, no landslide. No, I don't believe the landslide one.
Well, what he said about like if you dig them out, you find that there's doors there and that there's windows that go below the ground level. That's just the rising ground over time. Like that isn't necessarily a mud flood. That's just people saying like, look, we're gonna repave this whole area. And especially if there's higher ground that you want to meet to it. Like there's certain areas where you'll find there's an elevated level of ground which is carved away, right? So it's not like a sloping hill leading up there, but it's just like a step up to like another area. So they would just like pile in the earth and just wall in buildings like that. That's what was done. That was like a man-made hill. And
Well, does
obviously,
the-
if somebody's got a property there, you're gonna like pave over some of it. You're not gonna just say, "Oh, we're just gonna divert the hill around your house." They'll just do that, like they didn't care.
Did the mud floods like happen all the time or something?
Every other Thursday, I think.
In the Philippines, yeah, all the time.
Can somebody please tell me
Butt plug
what in
in the open.
how have we came from that and ended up with this?
That was perfect. Can someone please tell me, Buffalo?
Didn't even exist. But now, human art is just a blank wall, bruv. I mean, come on, brother. It's like you man are taking the piss. You're not even trying anymore. And the same goes for buildings. What you need to know
is that this is not an accident. This has been done on purpose. You see, humans become more creative and have a bigger imagination when they see creative forms of art and expression. So in doing this, making things be plain and dull, it dulls our mind down and it stops our creativity and makes us more easily to be controlled. So if you're an artist, keep creating art and be as creative as you can possibly be. You're an
The butt plug, really.
Does it though?
It's
Because I
beautiful.
mean, breaking ankles and making shoes out of children seems pretty creative.
From broken ankles to butt plugs, full circle.
Well, that what he said there though, that's actually I mentioned it a couple of times. That's actually one of the 45 goals of communism. That's like a specific
Butt
one of the
plugs in the
specific goals.
streets.
Well, what he
Giant.
said when he was talking about how by diminishing art, basically, it kills like the human spirit to a degree.
Yeah,
It makes the mind more easily kind of malleable. That's basically I remember this one. I think it's 22 or 23, something like that. But there's a couple of goals that are related to it, and one is promoting ugliness, and it's specifically also ugliness in art. They want to kind of promote meaningless art as well. So like the whole abstract movement, meaningless forms, things like that. They're basically saying that if you look at images of like heroes or beauty or great achievements, it uplifts and inspires you. So if you remove that and if you kind of supplant it with this kind of abstract, meaningless shit, you basically take that away from people. They don't have it anymore. So the goal was to separate Americans from their high ideals by making art that's meaningless or ugly or vulgar. So yeah, like that was a very, very, very specific goal by communists who infiltrated America.
well, is it all meaningless, or is it meaningless, or just is it meaningful to somebody? I mean, somebody found meaning in a butt plug. That's why it's there.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Gravity.
It is meaningless, but it is never meaningless.
What?
Well,
What?
like that goal was also
Meme.
that goal was also linked to another goal, which is to break down cultural standards of morality. And the way they were going to achieve that goal was by promoting pornography and obscenity. So like the goals are actually linked. If you read the book, it's a really great book. It's called The Naked Communist, and it's written by an American
Naked
FBI
Communist?
agent. The Naked Communist. It was written in the 60s by a FBI agent who kind of infiltrated a communist group and discovered this like 45 goal plan to destroy American culture, to topple America.
Well, that kind of proves my point then. Like somebody goes out there, sees the butt plug, immediately goes home and has to wank one out.
Yeah, or put one in.
Yeah. Or
Take it all about.
Ugh.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn around.
But is the butt plug made from children's foreskins?
Oh my god.
That is the real question, then.
Ah.
How do we tie this butt plug to the whole scenario?
I'm still trying to see how it all comes together with this little island with kids with the island of broken ankles. Now, how are we going to call it?
That's
Do you
how
remember
they
that
break
film,
their
The City
ankles.
of-
They break
The
their
City
ankles
of
with the
Lost
butt
Children?
plug.
Yeah.
Because it's been the only blunt device that we've seen so far. Unless they break their ankles with a mudslide.
Imagine if you get to this island, right, and you see these giants with the swans' heads and the wings, and they just peck away at the children's ankles. I'm trying to see how we can link all of this together.
That's they break their ankles because they have to chase down the kids and shove them. I couldn't even keep a straight face with that one.
well, to break their ankles, right? Butt plugs are usually a lot smaller than that. So, do they put it on a stick? Like use it like a hammer?
Not if the butt plugs belong to the giants.
Oh, Good point.
It's like they didn't want big shoes, they didn't want the big feet or the big noses. They just wanted a big asshole for the butt plug.
But like,
Cat, please take us back on topic. You're the host. You need to work more.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
This is what
anytime
we
me and
start
Damon
talking
are on
about.
a call, it's just going to get derailed. But the one thing I will say about giants is like there are some pretty big buildings in Egypt and all this shit with massive doors.
Why the hot dog, Cat? Why the
God,
sausage?
Kat. We're supposed to get away from sexual innuendos, Kat.
By the way, have you ever done that? Have you ever put your dick in a bun and put some mustard on it?
Are you asking me?
Do
No,
the
I'm asking
video.
Teriak. It's the most ingenious way to ask for a blowjob from your girlfriend without asking. You
Well,
just
Teriak,
offer it.
Would you not have done the
You just
popcorn
offer
trick?
it up.
well,
Put the hole in the popcorn.
No, the popcorn trick is a bit
Well-
too 1950s. But if you
Classic.
honestly, it also feels kind of fun because the mustard makes it tingle a little bit. But you just like
Is-
offer it in the bun, and if she doesn't say anything but just goes in on it, that's a solid relationship.
take
I don't
notes,
know, man.
Teriak. This is your post-mortem future.
I like the whole kind of thing of where she goes, is this a sausage in my popcorn? You know, it's that whole kind of like, it kickstarts the whole mood, all that shit. Now, the people in the cinema are probably going to be questioning all the grunt and all that shit, but hey, it is what it is. You just, like I said, you just move past it. You just get through that. And then, you know, you have some extra butter for your popcorn. Now, we're talking about hot dogs.
True story. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent. You see them glizzes and them hot dogs? It's got human DNA. So
Is this cunt missing teeth?
You don't need teeth to spit facts.
You don't learn this kind of
Pretty
high
sure you
level
need
of truth.
teeth to spit.
You don't learn this kind of higher level of truth without smoking your teeth out with meth. Like you got to get like really deep into it.
Gotta go all in. You gotta completely destroy your brain.
There's a
And your
lot of
teeth.
information, all right? You got to stay ready for all this information.
This guy looks kind of like he's been eating chromosomes for
He
breakfast.
looks like Beetlejuice.
Like, he-
Do not insult where I get my news, guys.
oh shit, they found me.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, look, that's a Men's Health article he's referring to. So clearly we're talking facts, nothing but facts.
Somebody keeps asking for you to check up Bad Dragon. I would probably do that like while it's off screen sharing. But, like,
Yeah, just in case.
Did you look it up, Damon?
no, I couldn't. I'm actually on the device that I've only got my phone with me, so like.
What the
I'm streaming
heck?
from phone.
Don't ever suggest anything again.
It wasn't me or somebody in chat. Let me guess. Is it like Dragon Cocks?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What the fuck? Why am I guessing everything right today? The red
Because of
Sue
the
shot over
algorithm.
red shoe soles. What? What is?
They're coming for you, Damon.
They're coming for me because I've been speaking about the red shoe people too much.
That's what I'm telling you, man. The too many conspiracies are turning out to be true. Like
I don't
everything
want
that
to
we
end
said.
myself. I don't want to end myself. I'm not Epstein. I love my life. If you hear anything, don't believe it.
Famous last words.
Exactly. Damon didn't Epstein himself.
All right,
Like that's a
so-
fucked up thing to say because, like, if Epstein didn't pay himself, right? Then does that not mean that if you're saying he's Epstein yourself, that is Kane yourself?
I
Do
meant
you say
didn't
I
Hillary
did Epstein myself?
I didn't Hillary myself.
Mm,
Wait, no, that would mean that you would have friends that you don't have friends that
Okay.
didn't.
Moving back to conspiracy theories that are for funsies on the interwebs. What's another one that you guys have heard that doesn't involve like freaking genitals or something?
Oh, Hillary Clinton with the 50
No,
friends.
no. We're not talking about freaking Clintons here. All right. We're trying to have a good time, not like our final days.
All right, well, look up Elizabeth Bathory.
I don't want a real person. I want something aliens.
It's
like
it kind of delves into folklore.
No. Because I don't have time to research. We need something.
The skulls, the elongated skulls.
Okay, let's see. What do I search for?
There's a whole load when it comes to elongated skulls. That's like a big deep dive thing.
All right. But they still do this
What
today,
about the
so it's
nightmare
not that
corridor
big.
thing?
Yeah, there's no way you did that binding.
Yeah, you can do it. They still do it binding.
No way. Look at that.
Yeah, you can still do this. Yeah, this is very easy to do.
What?
But this is like human.
Ilon Omar has it. She's got a big alien head. That's where she hides it with that.
That's it. They're aliens. They're not. It's not the bind. That's just a conspiracy.
This is definitely binding. This is binding. That's not aliens. They're just binding. You can do this. Yes, you can. Now
Why
they
would you
could
do
be
that to your
doing
head?
it. They could be doing it to like honor some sort of creature that came before. Now that's the theory. Or like let's say like people with ginormous fake butts like become famous and get a lot of attention, and then like the women in the world start injecting stuff into their butts so that they can look like said famous person. This could be like the head people.
Yeah, I want my head to look like a butt plug.
Butt plug heads are fashionable. Yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah, but at least the BBC makes sense.
What?
What?
Or BBL. At least the BBL makes sense.
Well, a big head means could be like you're like highborn, a bigger brain, or something like that in their time.
Does that change the volume of your skull, or does it just spread it out?
I think it just like, for example, when you like cut a bone and you put it close to the bone, like will create more bone, knit it together. So if you keep doing it little by little, it'll knit together until you have the whole thing.
Yeah, but a lot of these skulls, that's the point that I was saying earlier. A lot of these skulls weren't knitted together. So like a lot of people were saying either they're fake or it's not a human skull. Because if you look at the skull, like you'll see it's got those fused, knitted together cracks along it, where it's like the several segments of the cranial bone, right? But some of these skulls that they discovered didn't have that. It looks like it's one piece.
Yeah, those would be probably the original people they're trying to copy. Like,
Maybe.
Yeah, but who were those original people?
That's the conspiracy. They could be big alien heads.
It looks really painful.
Homo naledi. Or something like it.
Wouldn't that even just like completely fuck up like the neurological channels in your brain?
No. It's just cosmetic.
Well, it doesn't look cosmetic. It looks like your brain's going that way too.
No, it's fine, guys. Like this one doesn't have like I don't.
It doesn't look fine. It doesn't look fine at all.
Look, this one is like very smooth.
It's like cone heads.
I like how they wrote on them. I like how this one still has its toupee on. Now this is like crazy.
That looks like a thing from fucking Alien versus Predator.
What doesn't have like a loose brain running around that's transparent?
You don't know that. Maybe you did.
It is transparent. How would you know?
Oh my gosh. Why does this one have holes in it? That looks specific. Here we
You see,
go.
that's not healthy because I'm telling you, the brain just leaked out of those fucking holes.
Oh my gosh. What is this?
Something to do with ancient Egypt, I think.
Noise. Okay, let's get rid of this before something pops up.
Is that baby bald?
All babies are bald.
No, it looked like a baby was bald, and he had all the side things. It was just the top.
We're not looking at bald babies. We're looking for aliens. Aliens. What else? What else we got to look for? That's creepy.
Dulce
Oh.
Air Base.
Who?
The nightmare corridor thing. The Dulce Air
Okay, yeah,
Base.
you have that story, so tell us.
Well, just bring it up. DULCE.
BULC
No, D for Delta.
DULC. Okay.
Yeah, DULCE base. It's where apparently, like, since the 47 Roswell crash, the American government and aliens have been working together, trading resources for technology, which is why apparently, like, how around that era you got everything like the internet, the laser, CDs, microchips, silicone chips, all that kind of stuff, like in a very, very short period of time. And we were told for decades, like, oh, that's because technology is moving quicker and quicker and quicker. It's moving faster and faster and faster. But then it capped all of a sudden, and it's not moving faster and faster. So, like, how did we achieve all of these great leaps in technology in only like a couple of decades, and then all of a sudden it stopped?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's all fake. They had all this stuff from before. They were just waiting to get all the minerals and stuff that they need so they can implement their mind control devices.
It kind of makes sense, all right? That's the only way I could think they could get those children without anybody noticing is to use the aliens to abduct them and bring them to that island.
Yeah.
Have you ever
all
seen
kinds.
those actual
Nah.
videos of people
like
just snatching kids in public and nobody cares?
And then even if you
Oh,
look at the
shit, yeah.
Michael Jackson stories, it's like the mothers and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, like I didn't feel it was strange that Michael sent me off by myself so I could drink at the bar, and then he went off with the kids. No, like these bitches were goofy kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
because like it was basically like they were starstruck. It's like, oh yeah, Michael Jackson would never do anything wrong, kind of thing, and they just like,
I think they knew.
Yeah, but he took the kids away for weeks.
Yeah.
And to like other states. And like you're meant to be a reasonable mother, and he's like, I just want to take your kid to another state. It's gonna be for a couple of weeks.
One of them actually divorced
like
the husband
something
because the
bad's
husband
gonna
was
happen.
trying to.
Yeah, and he starts giving them jewelry and shit, like rings and all kinds of shit. Like,
Yeah, and the documentary, all I got was these parents were terrible and just sold their kids for like free vacations and perks.
Mm-hmm.
that's fucked up.
Like they didn't care. But that just goes to say, lots of people.
We haven't seen Michael Jackson with a pair of red shoes yet.
Ooh, that's a Google search.
True, because I have seen him in red.
Dun, dun,
I want to see. Imagine if like they made. He never wore red shoes.
Oh, he was innocent.
He's wearing all red, but the shoes are black.
Unless like they gave him a free pass and they're like, you got to do something strange, like wear sparkly socks, right? That would be terrifying. Imagine like you're a kid like crawling, dragging your broken ankles through a forest, and you just see Michael Jackson moonwalk up to you, like, and he's just like, bam, bitch, you're dead.
Oh my
now I'm gonna make a sparkly glove out of your foreskin.
Oh my god, stop. Yeah, I can't find anything with him with red shoes. I'm not saying it didn't happen, it's just not easy to find.
See, here you all were, making him look all guilty and shit.
Yeah,
dude, I think he's innocent. Oh, never mind.
What? You found one. But is he wearing it though? Is there a
Yeah,
picture of
that's
him
it.
wearing
Those
them?
could just be like
Those
commemorative
could just
shoes or
be,
something.
yeah. Those
Here
could just
we
be
come.
shoes.
The Michael Jackson apologists.
No,
Hold on,
I
hold
just
on.
want to see that. I just want to see if he's wearing them.
Yeah, it might
he's
just
always-
be themed after his song, Sneakers. Let me see.
He never wore them.
Yeah.
He may
Yeah.
be bad, but he never broke a kid's ankles.
Damn, look at that.
What is it like? If those shoes ain't red, he never brought those kids to bed. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. That's what we've concluded. Have
Yeah,
you
if the
not been
gloves
paying
don't
attention?
fit.
Yep. Only black
That's
and
right,
white
Michael.
shoes.
They ain't got shit on you.
That's right.
Like when you think about it, like how often would someone actually wear red shoes or runners or anything like that?
Well, I have pictures. Like, give us a celebrity. We'll see if they're wearing red shoes.
We just saw like groups of
Elon
them
Musk.
wearing red shoes.
Elon Musk.
Oh. Let's see.
Does that count?
Nah.
He's got sneakers with black and red on them.
Nah, that doesn't count.
could be
Jimmy
like-
Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, that fuck.
Oh my god.
I bet that looks like an ankle breaking motherfucker right there.
Oh my gosh. I don't think people take pictures of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, he's not very photogenic.
Like, what if it's like
Nobody wants a photo of him.
What if the shoe could be black, but it's the sole that's red? Did you not say something about soles?
Yeah,
Is it
but only
possible? Is it possible red just fell out of fashion and they changed colors?
no, because they're still wearing red now.
Oh, what about the other one? Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, look him up. He looks like somebody who would like beating up a kid. He doesn't look like he could beat up an adult, so
I don't see it. I see a lot of rappers.
Yeah, but we already know they sold their souls.
what did you search? Jamie, what did you search? Because like I don't see
Jimmy
anything.
Fallon red shoes.
So why the first whole bunch of results just shoes and they're not even red? Like what kind of search engine is this?
Oh my god, you can see my search. I didn't know I was showing the search. Thank God nothing crazy popped up.
What about Quentin Tarantino?
Okay.
No, say it's not so.
No.
Not my boy. Not my boy.
No. Give me somebody who would wear colorful shoes. Let's see. Who's like who do we think is definitely in on this? Amber Heard.
Oh,
Dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Timothy
dun.
Chalamet.
I don't even know how to spell Chalamet. I'm not doing it. I don't even know who that is. All I know is he's got a horrible jaw. I don't know why he's famous.
He
Definitely
looks like
an
somebody
alien.
who would-
Definitely
he
an
looks like somebody
alien.
who
Oh
would-
yeah,
Oh.
Mark Zuckerberg for sure.
Who's
Oh,
that?
wow.
Who's that? Who's that?
Kevin Hart.
Oh no, Kevin.
Oh, yes.
We got you now, Kevin.
And look at how he's so proud of them, too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is his shoe. So he made red shoes for everyone to wear.
Oh shit.
Well, like him
So
against
he's got, like-
Cuphead looks like a fair fight To be fair.
Gosh.
That's why they have to break the ankles for Kevin Hart. We finally found the reason, folks.
Okay.
What are those?
Who is this? I don't know who that is. It's like a celebrity. Who is
David
this?
Cronenberg.
Bollywood. Don't know. Who is this? Is this famous?
If that's Cronenberg, I think he's done weirder things than breaking kids' ankles.
God.
True.
Oh, this guy. Do you remember he put blood in the shoes?
Oh God, what's his name? Yeah, Little Nas X or whatever.
Crazy.
Well, he had to keep his supply
Crazy.
for later, you know.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
I feel like with the men, it's a lot easier to talk. It's like, when would a man actually wear red shoes? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas
Well,
like
Joe
women,
Biden.
red dress, red
Joe
shoes.
Biden wearing red shoes. Search for that.
Forget it. What do you think the red carpet is? Huh?
it's a
They
lot of
have to
kids
walk.
sewn together.
They walk on the red carpet. What does
Women's
this
March
symbolize?
on any colored carpet.
It's always red.
That's a lot of kids.
Oh my god, you guys. Let's see. What else do we want to search for? I think we're good. I think we,
Grid is safe. Grid is safe. He's never worn red shoes.
fabulous, guys. So are we good? Is there any other conspiracies that you want to talk about before we go?
God. The moon landing.
Mm-mm.
No, like I said, my end is nothing else. I think, like I said, the whole kind of Hollywood elite, kind of the shenanigans that go on when they think no one's looking, kind of thing. Like, that's a whole kind of like thing. But like in terms of the red shoe stuff, definitely stuff that sticks out, especially the paintings and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
The paintings that's creepy shit.
Because it's like there's like less. We said of even like the person like painting it, if they're all like buying it and putting it in their house and all that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's all linked though, because even when you link to it, like or when you look at like Hunter Biden, the fact that he became an inspired artist, it's all like it's a very easy way to money launder, essentially. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
By painting over sexualized images of children.
Oh my gosh.
No, what I'm saying is to claim that you're an artist, to be able to shift cash, but then wrapped in the whole art, when you're like not a good artist, what can you think of? Oh, better to get something inspired from truth, and that's why they start painting all this fucked up shit, and then they can claim, oh, this is art. Because remember, it's like the demons always wanted to tell you that they're what they're doing.
We
as
just
they're doing
saw
it.
in one of our clips. We saw a banana duct taped to a sheet of paper. So I mean,
Yeah.
who is that supposed to be?
That's King Charles. And then
King
when you
Charles.
Yeah, that's his official portrait. He's like the king of hell.
Yeah, is that the Mad King?
That's the current king.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one that was like bred from generations of incest and just went crazy.
That's another fun one.
I think that was like the Habsburg one. That's where the Habsburg jaw comes from, isn't it? Like the weird big jaw.
All right. You guys done?
I don't know. I think that this is like these kind of images are shit that you can get kind of from anything if you like mirror something and your brain's gonna try and make sense of it.
Okay, but the one of Obama is really crazy. But I can't find it on the internet.
Why is all red and
that where?
demonic and shit?
But the Obama one, what's that about?
There we go. Can you see it?
Michael or Barack?
Barack.
All right.
Okay, here. Let me see if I can make myself. Da, 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 da. Bam! You see him?
Oh, your phone's gonna move it.
Yeah,
See,
All
it's a
right.
all
goat.
demons.
A goat and a diamond on the top. Hilarious. Now, it could be fake, but we don't care because it's fun.
True.
What?
I mean, he could be a demon. Who else could come up with that catastrophe called Obamacare?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they've raised the rates so high. I mean, it's killing people off, right? They can't afford their medical care anymore or medical insurance. That seems something like something a demon would do.
Do you guys remember before, like, Obama's insurance, how cheap it was to get insurance? I had, like, the best insurance for $150 a month. The best.
Now it's only $1,500 a month.
Yeah, it's like,
Fuck.
I don't think I have insurance. I said, I'm not paying for this.
Oh,
First-
that's right. You two live in, like, you get free health care.
Over here?
What about
Yeah.
the Freemasons controlling America? Like, as a conspiracy theory.
Ooh, it's not a conspiracy. I went to there was a tour of it in what's that place? Savannah, Georgia. I went to one there, and then the tour guide also in St. Augustine and stuff like that. And he was saying how, like, they do some, like, a ritual at some building in some specific spot, like a few miles away from the White House, for every person, and they pick them before and all this stuff. Like according to them, you don't have any decisions in the who becomes the king or whatever. Like, everything is just fake. There's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
It's theater.
And again, they like to show you everything they're doing because, like, I mean, even on on buildings, you've got a lot of like Masonic symbols, which now most people don't understand the meaning of them. But like originally, when it was built, it was very obvious, and it was like, because this is why when they say like evil, I'm not saying the Masonic order is evil, but I'm just saying that when they say evil wants you to know that it's doing evil, like, or it wants you to know, it's because if you're being controlled by these powers that be, but you also see the systems of control in play and you still abide by it, it's almost like you're more accepting of it. You won't fight it because it's almost like your mind has accepted it. So that's why they apparently put these symbols in these buildings. Like, they let people know in plain sight, yes, we're controlling you. Like the dollar bill, like obviously the dollar bill's like full of Masonic stuff.
Yeah.
Like it even says Mason on it. So like so yeah, it's like pretty obvious. And you've got the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill as well. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know about this, but sure.
yeah,
This seems
that one.
like a lot of finagling to get.
Well, I mean, it's pointed to by like the geometry of it, like you underline the all-seeing eye, you invert it. In Masonic symbology, it was like you would invert stuff like that. So like you'd have the triangle, you'd invert it. I know it looks like the Star of David, but it's meant to be the male and female conjoined. Because you'd have like the straight up triangle, which is meant to be the spear, which is masculinity, and then the inverted triangle, which is going to be the chalice, which represents like femininity because of like the womb.
Ew. Oh, what is all this? This looks complicated. Cool. Occult anatomy. All right. Interesting. Ooh. So what do we think about chakras? Is that demonic? What the heck is this? Yes. Okay, we have moved past fun stuff.
We've moved past the kids getting hunted on the island.
I know.
That's
so
a lot like it's a lot like what's it called? Battle Royale.
Oh yeah, but they didn't break their ankles.
No, they kind of broke each other's ankles, I guess, potentially.
Yeah, that
What
was
do you
pretty
think?
brutal.
Drop them in.
Hmm?
Drop the kids in, and then that's it. They break their ankle. Like, oh fuck.
Hey.
Well, with Battle Royale, they just drove them in under the guise of a field trip, and then dropped them off there.
And some of them got weapons. Some of them, like, you couldn't even really call weapons. It's like, here, you've got a book, you've got a sword, you've got a dustbin lid, you've got a chainsaw. It's like,
Yeah, but I don't remember any of their ankles being broken. You know, blown off, but not broken.
yeah.
Let's see. Maybe Yandex. Let's have fun. Okay, somebody has to know like one internet horror story, like an old, what's it called? Chain email or something that was fun.
Slender Man was good when it first came out, but then it so quickly became shit. The Soviet sleep experiment is probably the most fucked up thing that I.
The stairs to nowhere is always pretty creepy to me.
The stairs to nowhere, and also there was the park ranger stories, the park ranger accounts. Do you remember that one?
No.
The park ranger accounts, like that was a creepypasta, which it kind of overlapped with the stairs to nowhere story. But the park ranger stories were really fucked up because they actually might not be just a creepypasta, it could be true life. Because it was written by somebody who actually said that they were a park ranger. Most of the creepypastas at the time, if people were making it up, they wanted people to know they were making it up because they wanted to take that credit. But this was written and it was about like people going missing, right? Kids. It was mostly kids going missing. And really kind of what made it stand out and what made it really bizarre was that the guy was saying that he tried to communicate with park rangers from other parks to find out if they were experiencing these same kind of weird stories of people going missing in very bizarre situations, like when they were surrounded by their family. And the family would be talking, and there would be a kid like in the middle of like, imagine being gathered around like a fire pit, or imagine being like sitting around a table out in the park in broad daylight. And you're in a national park, you're having a picnic or whatever, and you're all chatting, and one of you just turns around and realizes that the kid that's sitting right next to you is gone.
Mhm.
And when they spoke to other park rangers, some of them were saying, like, we heard the same thing, and these are in different national parks all over America. And when this one particular ranger wanted to go and get more info to say, like, well, let me see if there's other accounts about this as well, missing kids. Apparently, there's something to do. I'm not 100% sure how, like, the specifics of this, but there's no registry. The park rangers, like, I don't know what it's called exactly, if it's the parks department or what, but there's no organized system of like missing persons and shit like that. It's almost like they deliberately don't want to gather data or keep accounts on it. So when this story first came out, everybody was kind of like thinking, "Oh, this is a really good creepypasta, right?" But then other people much later heard about the missing 411, which is it the missing 411? I can't remember now if that's what it's called. I think it is, but it's like a series of books that was written by, I believe, a detective, an American detective. Uh, and it got made into a couple of documentary films. I think there's three so far. But one was about hunters that went missing. One was apparently about like potential UFO abductions, and one was about the children in the parks. Right now, the author of it, the guy, the detective who wrote that, uh, he basically his name was, I think, David Paulides or something like that. But he had like a criteria of like what would make these particular missing person stories linked under this term, like for him for it to be interesting, like to be considered, uh, like to be flagged as one of these potential cases that he thought there was something more to. And it was apparently like they always went missing near bodies of water, and also they always had some kind of defect. There was some kind of issue that they suffered from, like whether it was that they may have been deaf or partially blind, or that they perhaps were like not very mobile. There was something like some kind of handicap, right? Uh, or you're not allowed to say that, like handy capability or something. I don't know, whatever. But there was something. There was an issue that they suffered with, and there were some other factors to it, but like in the creepypasta, one of the stories that mirrored one of these particular missing cases was of a young boy who went missing. And the area that he went missing in, like all of these people came and scoured the area. They couldn't find anything. They had dogs, they had all kinds of other stuff. No sign of this kid. Uh, and it wasn't until like about a year later where there were some hikers and they found a jacket, like, and I think trousers and a shoe, like a single shoe, I'm not sure. But all of it looked kind of like, I mean, it didn't look like it was out in the elements for a year. It looked kind of still okay. It didn't look shredded, it didn't look torn up, it didn't look dirtied. And it was all folded up in a pile neatly with a shoe like put next to it. So it was all like nicely, carefully preserved, right? And when they reported it, apparently one of the people that was working there uh, asked the family, reached out to the family, thought it could be what this child was wearing, and they agreed, like, yeah, yeah, it was, and and it was very, very, very far away from where the kid went missing. And I think a year later, and a year later, and a year later, they found like other hikers found more and more bits and pieces in a similar way, and it was traveling further and further away, meaning that like obviously locations are changing. I think this was a 4-year old boy, so there's no way that this kid on his own would have been able to travel these massive distances. And then like it got creepier. Like apparently, now I don't know how much of this was dramatized or how much it was like presented in a way that made it sound like overly creepy, but uh, they found like almost like on a mountainous almost region of this park, like which a 4-year-old kid would never be able to climb up to. But on this like very difficult to reach area, there was like a little bit of like a pronounced area of this kind of jagged, rocky region, and presented like almost displayed there was the top half of the kid's skull that was like perfectly kind of removed and upended, and it had some things in it. I'm not sure what it was now, like a tooth and some other things, but like almost kind of like arranged and presented and like polished up, cleaned, and just put there. And apparently it was written off as an animal attack. And they were like, oh, it was like a cougar or something. But I remember distinctly when I read it at the time, it sounded like so creepy as hell. The way they said it was almost like arranged, like as an offering to the gods, almost on like this high area of land. It was like the top of the skull, and then a load of stuff, like I think some body parts and whatever, just presented inside it like it was a bowl. Uh, but when years later, when I saw one of the 411 shows, like they described almost the same story as this. And they even mentioned, I remember hearing them mentioning the skull, and I was like, holy crap, I heard that story before. I thought it was just a creepypasta. Uh, but I believe that they even mentioned the way the skull was presented, and I thought to myself, whoa, this sounds exactly like the story I read. And they tried to say, oh, it was an animal attack. And I think the guy was like, no, like this was like arranged. There's no way a cougar or whatever could have done that or would have done that. It's like, it's bizarre. And it also doesn't explain the clothes. Like this would then mean that like, uh, why was this like arranged like years apart, presented like in such a way, like the clothing that was folded up. But apparently this is a recurring theme in the missing stories. They always describe like that they find these clothes like presented and folded up. Now, one of the things that would happen, like if you have like a hypothermia, like you feel hot, your body gets confused. So people apparently do this kind of like thing where they strip naked. Uh, but none of the people that are in that kind of state of mania would take the time to fold up their clothes neatly and like kind of pile it up like that. It was a really fascinating, really creepy story. But what made it so much more creepy was going from the internet lore stuff where you know it's not true when you're reading it to suddenly finding out actually this guy was possibly writing real stuff that he heard other park rangers talking about.
I mean, I remember a story like that. Um, oh, man, if only I can remember it. It was like the family was on a trail and the child disappeared and the clothes were found like folded up or something.
Yeah, that's like I said, a very common element though. That's one of the
Like,
things that it would seem to say happens.
isn't that what like True Detective, the first season is like about, where it's like it's almost like cult sacrifice?
Well, in I don't know like about the cults, but one of the creepypastas and one of the things that when the missing 411 became popular, people were talking about it on Reddit, and they said that quite a few of the park rangers have said that some of the information that they got told from these families were that witnesses had said that when the kids went missing, if they were like looking in the direction, they saw people moving through the trees that apparently didn't look like people. And one of the witnesses said that they saw like a what looked like a big dark figure, like too big to be a man, that was holding what looked like a smaller figure, like in its arms when it was walking away, uh, implying that they were carrying the child. Now, some people, like when they first heard this, were like, "Oh, it's Bigfoot! Like the Bigfoot's like took the kid, right?" And I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to believe that because I don't know why, but I always thought the Bigfoot story was just such a pile of shit, and I never found it interesting. But it could just be like I guess, some weirdos just living out in the woods that, like, I'm not sure. I really don't know, but uh, there is one story if you watch The Missing 411, which is the one about the kids, not the hunted and not the UFO connection, but the original one about the kids. Uh, One of the stories is a child who was found. He survived, and they traced his journey, and everybody said it's possible that he could have survived that or done that. Wearing what he was wearing at the age he was, there was even a bit where he crawled through. He managed to get through razor wire fences. I can't remember how many days he was missing for, but he was returned and there was almost nothing wrong with him. Now he's a grown man now, but he doesn't remember what happened. And apparently, according to the police officer and according to his mother at the time, he said that he was with somebody. And I can't remember now exactly how he described the person, but I remember it was kind of creepy because I don't know why, but it kind of made me think at the time that it was like potentially supernatural or that he was imagining. I'm not sure, but it's a baffling story. It's such a weird story, especially considering he survived. Uh, I remember the missing one about the hunted was even creepier. It was like it's a really weird, interesting thing considering like this is an area where like it's so difficult, obviously, to police it. Uh, you've got so much land that's like easy to hide away in. Uh, and some of the ways these people go missing is just insane. I think one was like there was 5 people that were hunting, and
Oh,
they all were keeping
bef-
eyes on each other, and they vanished. Sorry.
before we go on, I only have like a few minutes. So there was one more story that I
Oh, yeah.
wanted to say, and then we can do more next time because like we got more to do. That's fine. It was, what do you think the red shoes from what was this movie? The Wizard of
Wizard of
Oz.
Oz.
What do you think the red shoes mean?
Are we assuming that this red shoe cult was existing even at this time?
Yes.
Well, when she clicked and they took her home, right? Wasn't that the idea of her like ruby shoes? Like she would click them together 3 times and then say there's no place like home and she would end up back home.
Yeah. So like there's a bunch of theories that was like a like that is like she dies and then she's like, I guess they, she's running, but like she's hallucinating all these things that she sees on her journey. And then I don't know, the shoes are just like what they make her wear to like run and have like the chase. No? No?
Uh,
All
I
right.
don't know.
I don't know. Or it
Possibly.
whatever. Let's just say
I'm
that.
trying to
because-
find that case because I'm really obsessed now with that folded clothes thing because there was a case that was true. Jared Aspero.
What? Is someone on the phone?
Yeah.
He's got some goofy looking
JAR
phone.
YD.
What the heck is he
That-
doing?
I think
Okay.
he's searching for that story.
Oh,
At Tadero. Okay. All right. Thank you. It's Jared Atadero. He
Oh, that kid who went missing in like 2018 or 20.
yeah, and they found his clothes folded. It was a
Yeah.
really weird case.
And
And it's in the woods.
Grandfather was fishing with a friend of his who was a bit weird. And the mother and the father, I think, since separated, but everybody felt like the mother was probably in on it, but there was no evidence pointing towards it. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, they let him hike with a bunch of Christians, and then he just disappeared.
I'm not sure if that's what I'm thinking of then. I'm not sure.
Anyways, guys, dead air. Not good. All right, we're moving on.
Dead air is bad. Dead babies
Yeah,
and broken
but
ankles is
that
good.
lends credence to the story.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because it actually happened.
No. All right, guys. So I'm tired, but it was fun. I think we're losing steam now. So we're going to have to come up with more stuff and do another one. So
Sounds
that's
good, sounds
everybody's
good.
homework next week.
Somebody, let's all do a bit of homework into. Let's all do a bit of research into the Russian sleep experiment, because somebody even doubled down when I mentioned it. They mentioned it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really good. The Russian sleep experiment.
Okay, everybody
And
come with 3,
okay,
but don't say them.
okay.
Next Thursday. Oh, and I have to do my ending thing. Yeah.
Broken ankles.
Da, 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 da.
Um,